here. 100% infill. Huge thing here. This is also on island. I mean, can you even see it 3D printed? Oh no, even play around. It's very nice. So we are in the lab. 40mm tube. Whoa. Be mine. All our different materials. How do you guys like this? I think we are live. Whoa. Am I late? Am I late? Yes, I am late. Did I do the announcement? No, I didn't. Let me do it quickly. Sorry, I've been awake since 6:30, non-stop. Hi, awesome people. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Today we review the reviews and many more interesting topics. Okay, pause. Okay, I'm good. A few seconds late, just a few seconds. How is everyone? Let me put, is my light okay? Is it better like this? Like this or like this? Or like this? Or like this? Can you hear me okay? Everything is good? And maybe like there. For some reason, it doesn't look, it looks strange, no? Is it my camera or is it this? Is it better now? Why it looks strange today? Or I'm not completely, I don't know. It's my face. It's my face that doesn't look straight. I don't know. It looks. I don't know. It looks strange. It was better before. Okay. So like this. Okay. Well, if you say so. Just looks strange. Is it because the MakerDeck logo is not straight? Okay. Anyway, let's just do it this way. How's everyone? Let me. Chewy, how are you? Non-farm, Buildersmark, let's go. Joe Velasco, thank you for joining. Almighty Marikai. Stream Element, thank you for joining. Who else do we have? NSTO is here. Little John has joined. DMAT as well. The Joy of Printing. Super Caroline, merci for the new Canadian store. Yeah, we're going to talk about this today, and hopefully I'm going to get the translated version as well. But that's a little bit more work. But I've been with the developer 24/7. Remember, the timeline for the Canadian website was 3 weeks. We were able to do that in 1 week and a half. So we're pretty happy that we've been able to launch it yesterday, soft launch yesterday. But so far it's working well. So we may do the announcement in a few days. Paisley's, how are you? Colin Curtin, Disturb Medic, Slim Picking. Who else do we have here? Miss Cool. One Technique, lighting is off, but otherwise looks fine. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. The lighting was a bit strange. I mean, I'm only using this. I call this the TikTok light. Because for some reason, since the beginning of TikTok, then I see this everywhere. So that's why I call this the TikTok light. When I lose it, I don't know where it is. I just ask my wife, where is the TikTok light? I have no idea how it's called in English. Is the camera flipped? Yeah, it's supposed to. Otherwise, it's mirrored, and you won't be able to see the Polymaker. So yes. Better too harsh lighting before. Okay, I think it looks great. Perfect. Yeah, audio is more important. So hopefully the audio is good. Zombie, do you wanna join on stream, or because I think we have a topic. We have a topic, which is in the like I was saying to Disturb Medic. The color topic is in the It's in the DNA of our server. It will always be in our DNA. My 1000% Mechadeck logo is almost done. Is it? Sorry, it's not a clickable link on StreamYard, but I should be able to click it here. Let me see. Is this something I can show, or what did you send me? What did you send me? Oh, ooh. Is it? I can show that, right? Or yeah, I think you share that on Discord, right? So which means it's public, right? Let me just wait just in case. Hand 05, how are you? Sometimes you can push the light a little away from your face to get the same glow, not as bright. Oh, really? Let me try. Push it a little bit away. Okay. There, I don't know if there's any effect then. Let me try. Without, with. Without, with. Yeah, okay. Thank you for being awesome. Super Caroline, I'll join you around 10 in 1 hour. Okay, no problem. Let me send you the link, Zombie. And I do have some other topic before that. Invite, copy, and let me send you. I actually have a OneNote with some notes on it. How amazing is this? Where is Zombie? Zombie is here. Okay, there you go. A hot topic, apparently. 3D Medic Vines, thank you for being awesome. Can you tell us what PA612 is intended for? This PA6 or PA12? Oh, you mean why? Well, that's why it's in beta testing, Little John. We are currently trying to figure this out. We have done some tests, but the test is, depending on how you test, it positioned a little bit differently. So we are, I don't know if you noticed on the website, but it's in beta testing. So the idea, I think I wrote that on the website actually. So if we go on the website, the idea is the following. So if you go, you see PA612 is in beta, and this product is currently in beta testing. You are welcome to share your feedback on the product performance on our Discord. Our goal is to develop an affordable and high performance nylon printable on most desktop printer. So number one, affordable. Okay, we want it to have a cost-effective raw material formula. Okay, so that's number one. So $39.99. Okay, for 500 grams. High performance. We didn't want to compromise the mechanical properties of the nylon by lowering the cost. Okay, and number three, it should be printable on most desktop printer. So even at 250 degrees C, you should be able to have similar performance as printed at 280 C. Okay, so that's our goal. But we've been running some tests, but we need more feedback. So that's why we released that. So number one, cost effective. This price should not scare people away. Okay, high performance. You should be able to get performance that are as good as more expensive nylon. And number three, it should be able to be printed at a lower temperature. You don't need to invest in high temperature hot end. So again, that's the three things. We hope that we have fulfilled these three goals, and that's the reason why we're putting it on a beta testing. So if you guys have already some feedback on this, whether is it really printable at 250, does it perform well if you print at 250, does it perform well against some other nylon when you print it at 280, what do you think about the price for a carbon fiber reinforced nylon, etc., etc. So Little John, that's the idea behind the 612. Medic Vines evening. You were on YouTube like 2 seconds ago, or oh yes, it's shareable. Okay, so let me show you. This is the giant the giant Mechadeck. So I assume, I mean, even this I think is even bigger than MakerCoin. Yeah, I think it's in my room. but I think this is slightly bigger than a MakerCoin, and you see the size of the. That's what I told Peslis is I think this MakerDeck logo is almost as big as the logo we have on our building. Like, you know, the Ponymaker P on our building is almost as big, I think. So this could be a building logo. Talk about Canada store, please. I'm listening on Bluetooth at work. Yeah, okay. So I do have. So let me just go through a little bit. Let me just catch up a little bit very quickly. Joe Velasco, thank you for being awesome. Oh, Do It 3D. Do It 3D. There is a package coming for you. So I send our new ABS and ASA Galaxy and some special colors to Zombie, Steve, Nero 3D, and Do It 3D. So basically, our partners that are focused on building printers. And so I send so Do It 3D. I send I also send that package. I'm not too sure when it's arriving. I will have to check the tracking, but I send this to 4 people. To Modbot also. To Modbot I sent. I think 5 people because I forgot Modbot at the beginning, and Zombie remind me. So yeah, so 5 people I send this, so you will be able to have a view on. Is that okay that I have the sun that is literally on my face, or is that good? This looks strange, but anyway. So yeah, so you will be able to see all these colors and how they perform on printers, etc. So better with a not so good, blah, blah. Notes, you must have another co-host cheating on me. No, look, I promise. Look, let me show you. You see, I have notes. Check this out. So, the 8th of March, review on the special website, Polymer Copier review, website colors, Reddit post, Canada website, Bamboo sponsored video, sub 1 kg spool, unit measure weight, and I guess we just added the color debate. You see, I have some notes. I didn't lie. I'm slowly getting organized. Buddha 3D, thank you for being awesome. It's price and easy of printing. Can't with my Revo, no Obsidian. Oh my god, I'm already so late in the chat. Sorry. So sorry. I have so much. I'm not very good at keeping up with the chat. So I just keep the chat. So if I missed anything, if you don't mind copy pasting. And then let's go straight into the first subject. So first subject is review on the special website. So I think the special website is this one, Trustpilot. So last time we talked about the Trustpilot thing. Okay, so let's see. So last time I remember we didn't have any review. We had a bad review, and actually we have more reviews. Okay, so thank you so much for the people that, because last time we talked about this, I think it was on polymaker.com, and we had one bad review, and not the best quality filament, blah blah blah, and one good review. Polymaker is an outstanding company, and I think that was the 2, and then the other one, the us.polymaker.com didn't have any review, and now we have some review. So that's really amazing. So thank you so much for the people that took the time to go on this website, which I didn't know before. I think one of the people in the chat, I don't remember the name, but made us discover this. So really amazing. So on the new review, we have one new review from Taylor that says, first time buyer, I bought 3 separate spools of filament from the Polymaker Amazon store, 2 Polytera spools, and one in charcoal black, one in fossil gray. The third was the LM Sparkle Green. I typically use Hatchbox for my print, but I have heard nothing but great things about Polymaker. They also have carbon spools, which I absolutely adore. I also really like the carbon spool. The Loyal Moses Creator spools, the PLA Plus was amazing. I had zero problems with it, so much that I bought multiple spools of it. Oh, okay, that's good for Loyal. I will continue to buy this and the PLA Plus line. Yeah, I mean the LM Sparkle Green is a really good colors. I mean, when you print it, it's basically hiding the layer, similar to our metallic line. The Polyterra, I had problems. Blobbing, stringing, artifacts, poor adhesion. This went on for a week until I finally got my temperature and retraction setting dialed in specifically for this filament. I can attest that it is quite awesome. I love the matte finish and will most likely buy more of the Polyterra line in the future. So you can start to see, the more we check the reviews, the more we realize that Polyterra PLA is not that easy to print, right? We have some amazing review, we have some very bad review, and it really comes down to how picky the filament is. And it seems to be more picky than regular filament. I don't know if other matte filament would be the same, but you see this Taylor had some issue with the Polyterra PLA, and then he had to really dial in the setting, and then it was really good. So I guess why we have such extreme reviews, I think, is either it doesn't work, either it works amazingly. There is no in between. Either it's blobbing, stringing, clogging, everything. Either it's amazing result. So I guess that seems to be the Polyterra. I don't know if it's matte PLA, because the Polyterra PLA is a very specific formula, right? It uses 20%, 40% less PLA. So it uses a compound, inorganic natural element compound. So that might be part of the explanation. But anyway, that's a 5-star review. That brings up our average to 3.9. It was, I think, very low before. So thank you so much, Taylor. And then on the US website, we have three more reviews. So thank you very much to Pixel Drop. Polymaker is my go-to filament printed. Polymaker is my go-to filament printed. My Voron out of it, and it's running great. Awesome. I do think that we start to have more and more people in the custom printer community that are using our ABS and ASA. So I'm very happy that these filaments are, allowing them to build a reliable printer. Okay, sorry, I forgot the chat. Where was I? Here. We talk a lot, which is amazing. I mean, you guys are so active, really, really active. He has a shadow on his face now. Yeah, it depends on the weather in front of me. I'm just in front of the window, so the lighting will depend on the sky. We really need a supplier in the UK that has stock. Collie, I just posted something on our Discord. Have you checked 3D Filler Print? It seems that they just restocked on our material. Check 3D Filler Print. It seems that, yeah, they just restocked on that. Thank you for being awesome, Printed Vision. Polyterra is easy. People print it cold. Well, I mean, the market has given the feedback already. I mean, you have noticed, the more we review the reviews and the more we see really two extreme. Some people that hate Polyterra, some people that love Polyterra. So I really think it comes down to how do you print it? And some people it's not as easy, and some others. So it might be a picky filament. And we have a lot of people that start, it's really not good, and finally it's perfect after they dialed in. I've never had issue with Polyterra and printed probably 20 kg. You have to tune, create profile for the filament. Yes, Builder's Mark, exactly. I've never had issue with any of my Polyterra spools. Some of them are more sticky on glass bed, but I find Polyterra more easy and consistent to print than many budget brand on products. You see what Super Caroline said? It's very interesting, right? I mean, literally last week or the week before, I don't remember, but we reviewed a Facebook post that was like completely against Polyterra. And today, did I prepare? Yeah, and today we're gonna review another one that was pretty interesting. But yeah, so Polymaker PLA, I think he's talking about Polyterra, has been garbage for me, and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna talk about this. But you see, so it does appear that Polyterra is it requires some tuning. Polyterra is one of my favorite. Polymaker is my go-to filament. You have to tune, create, yes. Polyterra Black Charcoal is my favorite. Spool or PLA. Yeah, I mean, there is some people that really like Polyterra. I personally really like it because of the matte finish. Like it, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but there is someone that is printing like teddy bears, like bears that are how do you say, knitted bear, or that's the STL model. And when they print with Polyterra, it looks so amazing. Let me see. I have to show you that. I don't know if you saw that on. Let me show you. It's really amazing. I shared it 2 times, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I tend to share a lot. Let me see, because you guys are making so many awesome stuff. So I think it was I don't remember the name. It was like I mean, you have to see that. It was amazing, and in Polyterra it was really amazing. Wow, I thought it was very recently that I shared that. Really? No way. Oh, this one. But I shared another one. So let's go to Coco 3D, and yeah, this. I mean, how amazing is this? It looks like it's fluffy. It looks like it's something you can. I think there's a picture somewhere else. Yeah, maybe not. But it literally, even this. I mean, come on. Would you really think it's printed if you just see it like this? I mean, it's amazing. That's why I love that. I really doubted that it was printed for real. Look at this. So that's why I love Polyterra on my side. I understand it might be sometimes hard to print, but I mean, once you get it good, it provides amazing result, and then the color range is also very nice. So anyway, let's continue. Where was it? Okay. Draft PLA is quite good, yes, which is based on the same formula, right? Polyterra for a quick proto test. Yeah, Polyterra should be has the highest melt index, Little John. So it should be able to print at very high speed. Increase in custom printer community usage thanks to Nero, probably. We do have a couple of one. Like I said, Zombie is known for building printers. Do It 3D is known for building printers. Nero, Steve, and yeah. So thanks to all of them, when they build a printer that is made out of Polymaker filament, that makes other people that want to build printers, they know about Polymaker filament, right? And they may choose it as their material to build printers. Hi, Stephen Poole. Polyterrific. Polyterrible. Interesting name. Isn't there a Polyterra slicer profile we can download on the website? Could be a good idea to advertise them more often. That's a good idea. Maybe a community-based, like different. Yeah, that's actually something I would like to do, to have a platform where people are able to share their profile. So I would like to use ideamaker.io. I don't know if you guys know this platform, but it's exactly made to share profile. I just didn't have the time to create something on there. But if you go Polymaker, yeah, so you can see this is a Polymaker profile on the Raise 3D, but there is not only Raise 3D, right? This is a TPU profile Polymaker TPU profile on the SV4. This is Polylight PLA profile on the CR10. This is Polytera PLA profile on the E2, the Race 3D E2. Well, actually, let's see. Can we select Polytera or like maybe PLA or Polytera? Let me just do Polytera. But what I want to do is I want to have a Polymaker official account. Yeah, there's only one. I want to create the Polytera. So this is the Race 3D account, right? And then on the Race 3D account, then you have you know, all of their official profile. So I want to create something similar for our brand. And then you can share the printer and the material, and then your profile, and then people can I think review your profile, and I think that's amazing, because you can say, okay, this profile looks nice, but I had to do that, etc., etc. So I think that's a perfect platform for the idea of profile sharing. So I may use this one. I just didn't take the time to do it yet. But Super Caroline, I will take the time. I will take the time. Remind me to talk about Cocoa Press. Okay, sure. I can put in my note if you want. I don't know what you want to talk about, but Cocoa Press, maybe they have some cool stuff. Charcoal black. What happened? I think my chat just jumped to the end. So sorry, I may have missed some stuff. Okay, so the other one is from James. Oh, that's Medic, right? Yeah. Use and trust in Polymaker. This company and their filament are awesome. I started out with one roll and now it's all I use. The customer service is amazing and always goes above and beyond. 10 out of 10, recommend. Thank you so much, Medic. And that is true. He started with one roll, and literally a few weeks after, it was like full of roll. I mean, I think he bought the whole Silk line, the whole Polylight PLA line, I think, PLA Pro line, I think, Draft PLA. I mean, yeah, literally everything basically. And actually, we're now working with James, and we are going to review some work that we have been doing on the colors. We're going to check that together. So thank you again, James. Another one from Robert. This is fantastic site to buy high quality filament. They really make sure to give you as much information as possible for each of their products. And you need to stay tuned, because in a few weeks, we are coming with an app that is going to be amazing. I mean, it's not an app that you have to download. It's like a web version of an app. But anyway, someone from the community is working on that, and you guys, you're not ready for that. You're not ready for that. You're going to be amazed by what you will be able to do with this, whether it's on the mechanical properties, thermal properties, understanding of the test, the colors, all of that. So, I mean, this person is really amazing. Always come up with the best ideas on how to design and how to make it like very like the UI. I mean, it's an expert. And so we are how do you say that? Commissioning him to do this thing. So he just sent me a few screenshots. He was playing around building an app for Polymaker, and I was like, whoa, that's amazing. And then okay, how much to make this app, and then let's go for it. But anyway, really excited to show you that to show you all of this. We are focusing on an MVP first because we want to gather feedback from you guys after. But already the MVP is really amazing. They also have been redoing each product line with real picture to show off the beautiful colors. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're doing, Robert. Exactly. Okay, so that's the 3 reviews. And again, if you would like to leave your why we only have 4. Is it an anti fake review stuff? Like if there is too many 5-star review, then they just bring it down to 4. So it's impossible to have 5, right? That's interesting. I didn't know that. The trust score isn't just a simple average of all reviews. It's based on multiple factors like the age and number of reviews. Whether or not a business actively asks customers to write reviews also impact the trust score. Oh, so I cannot ask. Okay. Oh, whether or not a business actively asks customers to write reviews also impact the trust score. Oh, so please do not go and write review on Trustpilot. it's how do they know? How do they know I asked this on stream last time? But anyway, so that was for the Trustpilot. Don't ask, don't tell. Okay, close. Don't ask, don't tell. There's always room for improvement. Yeah, that's true. Would you use Amazon UK for stock in the future? It's not in our plan, Collie 05. Little John, have you considered doing a high quality heated dry box? Most of the one on the market seems to have big negative. We're trying to come up with some. We do have an evolution of our Polybox that may be possible. I know the film. I can't wait for the app. Will it be Android or Apple? It's a web app, which means you go on our website and then it's like the comparison tool we have now, but made for phone. There is also a desktop version, but I mean, hopefully I will be able to introduce that in a few weeks, or at least an idea, and I will bring on the developer as well, who is a very active member of the community, and I mean most of you already know him. But he's in Europe, so we'll just have to modify a little bit our stream timing for that. What I mean is on the Polymaker website, in the download section, there's already profile for Polytera. I'm lazy, so I always download my profile there. Oh yeah, that's true. They tend to be a little bit old now, but yeah, you can also go on our international website to have the profiles. Dustin O'Call, how are you? Low sync. That ring me a bell. Low sync. Why? I know this name. I think did you have a giveaway issue? Did you have a giveaway issue recently? Because I placed a manual order and I had an issue. I think it's low sync. But anyway, it's solved now. But that reminded me of something, this name. I'm going to need more dryers for PTG. Thank you for being awesome, Think Life. Fixum Dude, I could use a Polylight ABS profile in my Bamboo. Polylight ABS profile on the Bamboo, the generic ABS that doesn't work. That's interesting. If it doesn't work, then yeah, we'll have to work on that. You solved it. Thank you. Okay, great. I did remember that name. So glad it is solved. I mean, most of it is solved. I mean, if you go on us.polymaker.com/giveaway follow-up, let's go and check. I think I more or less solved most of it. You see, ship out. There's a few of them here. Ship out. Few of them. Ship out. Maybe 3 there. Ship out, and 2 there. Yeah. So most of it, we are slowly getting back on track. So that's good. Okay, great. So what's next on my notes? So review the special website. So that's done. So it's called Trustpilot. Polymite Copier review. I saw a review. So I don't know if I announced that already, but now you are able, if you go Copier, you are able to see reviews that comes from our Amazon store. You are able to see that on the website. And did I talk about that last time? Let me know if I didn't. Otherwise, I will repeat myself. Like the buy with Prime, what is buy with Prime, and what is this? Did I talk about that last stream? I don't think so, right? I don't want to repeat myself, but if I didn't, then I will explain. Generic works, but it has a Polylight PLA profile. Didn't know if they were doing on ABS too. Well, we can try. We can ask them if they are willing to put a Polylight ABS profile as well. No, I didn't. Okay, so what we did, we install Buy with Prime on our web shop. What is Buy with Prime? Buy with Prime is the same as the Amazon Prime, right? The only difference is we don't have to pay that big commission. So usually the commission on Amazon, you have to pay the commission because you are using the traffic from Amazon, right? But if we're using our own traffic, if we build our own traffic, then we don't have to pay. There is still a tiny commission that we have to pay for the Buy with Prime. And also we have to offer free shipping. So we hope that people buy a little bit more when they use Buy with Prime. But in any case, you are able to enjoy the fast, well, exactly what is returned here, fast, free delivery and return. So let me tell you something. What is important to know is that the Buy with Prime is FBA, is fulfilled by Amazon, but our add to cart is already fulfilled by Amazon. So what is the true advantage of Buy with Prime? For us is the conversion rate. People are much more familiar with Prime and they trust Prime and you know, so it converts people easier. But in reality, whether you add to cart and buy normally or whether you buy with Prime, there's no difference in terms of the fulfillment, because we also offer free return. We also have a good customer service, I believe. So there's no difference. The only difference is if you buy below $75 on our website, you will be charged shipping cost. I think 5.9 or something like this. You will be charged shipping cost. With Buy with Prime, if you buy below $75, you will not be charged for shipping. We will have to pay the shipping. But if you buy above $75, then there is literally no difference whether you buy here and here. Now, there is another difference that is a negative part. If you buy with Prime, you can only buy one product. You can buy 2, 3, 4, or whatever of the same product, but you can only buy one product. There is no cart possibility with Buy with Prime. But on our website, you are able to build a cart and then check out with the cart, which you cannot do with Buy with Prime. If you click Buy with Prime, then you will only be able to buy this product, no other product. Okay, and what allows us also is now we have the rating from Amazon that is here. Okay, so for example, if we want to have a good one, well, I mean, probably might be copy is not good, but is not bad. But here we have 860 rating from Amazon. Okay, and you are also able to see reviews. Okay, so you can read here. You can read the different reviews, blah blah, next, blah blah, and then you read the reviews. I mean, actually, PLA Pro. I mean, we know PLA Pro is pretty good, right? Top reviews: 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Next, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Next, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Next, let me try to find a non-5 star. And this, I mean, I don't have. Is literally taken from Amazon, right? I'm not filtering the 5 stars so that we only have 5 star, right? 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Let me just find 5 star. Okay, 4 star. Frustrating filament. Okay, so after thinking about this filament and doing more research, I must say, although it's quite difficult to dial in print setting, it definitely has its use case. I'm still struggling with it, but it seems that it's a normal experience. Oh, it's a long review, but anyway, so it is true review, right? I mean, true in a way that we take that from Amazon. We don't have any. We cannot tweak the setting that it only show 5 star or 5 star and 4 star or something like this, right? So it's taken from Amazon. Okay, so any question about? Oh yeah, another advantage of Buy with Prime. Check this. Remember that on our website, if something is out of stock, you are not able to buy. Okay, you are not able to buy. But if it's in transfer, if it's being processed by the Amazon warehouse, you will still be able to buy it with Buy with Prime. Okay, because our Shopify stock is based on the stock in the warehouse, right? So if it's processed, then what is in the warehouse, there is zero. So you cannot buy. That's why it's unavailable. But Prime has the advantage of having access to the processed product. So you are able to buy processed product. Yeah, Zombie, exactly. So for the metallic dark blue, that was the issue, right? Why it was always out of stock is because it was processed and bought directly. People bought it directly on Amazon. So it had no time to arrive in stock. But now you can do that on the website. Okay, if you buy with Prime here, you will be able to buy Polyamide Copier 1.35 because it's being processed. It's arriving to our website. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Another thing, have you noticed that? Notify me when available. So for example, let's go. Let's go this one. Okay, so this one, for example, silk brass. Okay, silk brass is not available anywhere. You cannot purchase it. But what you can do now, because we usually restock pretty quickly. So what you can do is notify me when available, and then you just put your address and then notify me and then successfully register. And then whenever it's going to come back in stock, you will receive an email that says, your product is back in stock. So that's the new things that we have implemented on the website. And I will soon finish the ETA Excel. So you will be able to know the ETA for the restock of all the filament. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm just going through the list of ideas on Discord and try to implement them one by one. Okay, cool. Oh, we have Zombie just joined. Hey, Zombie, how are you?
Ooh, good evening. How's it going?
Good, very good. I haven't been reading the chat for at least the last 10 minutes.
That's okay. It's just been John talking about trying to print PETG.
Oh, printing PETG? Okay, interesting. So, did you redo your setup?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, that looks cool.
It's another temporary setup. So how many months it's gonna end up this? I don't know, but I just needed to get the filament kind of together while I'm working on building up my studio. So it's all in a cart, so I'm able to like roll it around. And okay. I have all my dry boxes accessible. They're just here. Ginger, really? Every time I start streaming, you have to come down and bug me.
Thank you, Little John. Not even credit Zombie. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how he can enter in his setup. I don't know where is the entrance.
That's a secret. I never leave.
Actually, you have to move the stuff around, then go out, and then he lock himself inside. His wife is shrinking his space by the day. You have less and less space. Okay, so maybe what I was going to do is, hi Ginger. How are you, Ginger? So I want you to read. Have you read this review? It was the top review.
Jeez, that's an essay.
Sorry? Yeah,
that's an essay.
Have you? No, I guess
it's like when you're gonna go to make a recipe and then someone lists their life story before you go to make a recipe.
I mean, this review is amazing
what is it for?
Copier. What?
What is it for?
Copier.
I never tried that.
Yeah, so I will go through it. I will read it, but I think it's a beautiful story for a copier because it really goes, yeah, in many. So I will just go ahead and read it, and then we'll go into the color debate. So this is a serious filament. I read some of the reviews in here, and I was a bit taken aback. I don't know what it means, but they don't agree with the YouTube reviews that are incredibly detailed and rave about this filament. Okay, so it's true that our review for Copier are not super good, but the reviewers on YouTube are usually very happy with it. Whether it's CNC Kitchen, 3D Print General, I think tested it. MyTech Fun, I think, tested it, and it has always been a very good filament. But from a people review perspective, I think we are around an average of 4.2 or 4.3 compared to 4.7, for example, for PLA Pro. So anyway, that's what he's talking about. So I gave it a try. The parts I use is for I use this for our intake sleeves for RV8. That's a 220 miles per hour, 2-seat airplane. Okay, so he's not joking, right? So if the part is not working, then that might not be a very good idea. With 3D printed sleeves right at the front. Oh, okay. So on the airplane here, can I click on the picture? Oh, that's so cool. You can click on the picture and then you will zoom in. Then you come back like this. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I just installed this, so I don't really know how it works. So I guess the parts are these. The air intake on the side here, these are printed with polyamide copier.
That seems like a typical use for the nylons, right? Like car intake manifolds. Yeah.
Yeah, and also we have actually most of our customers are garage that are tuning cars, and that's how they use nylon.
Cool.
I wasn't at all sure 3D printed materials could take it. The first materials I attempted was Nylon X. After a month long flight with 4 spool used, countless calls and emails with tech support, they finally decided their materials just could not produce a part this large without significant warp. Okay, so we all know the main issue with nylon, right? Which is warping. 86 Carrera RV8 is a pretty serious kit plane. Oh, there is kit planes like a printer kit.
Do you have to print it?
I didn't know. Like, how does it? Like, you put it together yourself? Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
I wouldn't fly in an airplane I built myself.
I don't think I would either.
That's interesting. Okay, there is some kit plane. Okay, I didn't know that. So the RV8 is a kit plane. Okay, blah 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 blah. After a month long, okay, I got that. This is a 20-hour sprint with a 0.8 millimeter nozzle. Produce a part this large, putting a lot of materials down, and Nylon X warped all over the place. The parts are 9 inches long, 6 wide, and 2.5 high. Hollow in the middle. Perfect recipe for warp. We heated the bed to 115 degrees C, heated the enclosure to 60 degrees C, Garolite with and without magic goo, 30 millimeter brim, and raft. It just warped like crazy no matter what we did. Tech support finally gave up. It's just too much nylon for too long, according to them. I was frustrated, to say the least, considering how much I spent trying to make that material work.
That's expensive stuff.
There is a reason they only sell it on their website and not in here where it can be reviewed. Well, I maybe disagree a little bit with that, because I think MaterHacker is not on. I think Nylon X is from MaterHacker, and MaterHacker is obviously, Amazon is a big competitor of MaterHacker, so they will obviously not sell their materials on Amazon. So I think I disagree with this. I don't think the reason is they don't want their materials to be reviewed. I think it's just they don't sell on Amazon because it's a competitor of them. It is strong, but don't print anything of big size. So when looking for something other than nylon, I stumbled upon Priline carbon fiber polycarbonate with great reviews. 2 perfect part, easy peasy. One of my favorite YouTube channel had a raving review of this Copier filament and its complete indifference to warp. It also has a better heat tolerance than Priline, and since I was ready for redesign of the part after test flight, I ordered a spool of Copier to try. But after the nylon-esque fiasco, I was not hopeful and had another roll of Priline sitting here waiting. The issue with Priline is I think Priline PCCF is the top one on Amazon, and I think the top one and the only one, I think, on Amazon. The issue with Priline, and it does have some good review, is I'm right. Yeah, so the Priline issue is the softening temperature is too low. just too close for comfort. Not that it ever gave me any trouble at all, just wanted something with a bit more margin. Not only did I print this nylon, okay, so far so good. So he had issue with Nylon X. He couldn't print big parts. It was warping, and even with customer support, etc., it was just not the right material. And then the Primeline PCCF, the problem is that the softening temperature was too close to his requirements. And I guess when you are in an airplane, you better want to put some bigger margin, I assume, so that you don't have this this type of issue. Okay, let me catch up a little bit with the with the plane kit. My friend started a RV6 but never finished it. Well, I guess that's a big. I mean, that's not like starting a printer, right? I mean, starting a kit.
Yeah, printer only takes 40 hours to make. Can imagine a plane.
Yeah, it's a crazy friend, and they are inspected. I run something similar on my Piper Sport Cruiser. I don't know what that is. Is that a plane? Piper Sport.
I'm guessing
Cruiser?
so. Not a plane guy.
Okay. Oh, it's Edge of CD. Or maybe a sport car then.
Oh.
Makers B, welcome to America. We will build anything we are allowed to. Ask for forgiveness on the rest. That's a crazy big project. Yeah, I mean, building a plane. Yeah, of course. Piper is an airplane. Oh, it is an airplane. Oh, I didn't know Edge of 3D, you're building an airplane as well. Okay, sounds like in the US it's pretty common then. Yes, it's a plane. I'll DM you a picture of it. Oh, I would love to see that. You have 2 planes? No way! I didn't know that, Scott. Okay.
That's legit.
Okay, interesting. Now I understand how you can go through all of these small RC projects so easily. Like building a Drastler in like 1 week. From designing to having it working. Of course, he's at his second plane already. Holes in the sky to throw money into. Okay, so now, so he gave up on this thing, and he saw somewhere that Copier was warp free. So he wanted to try because that's exactly the issue he had. So not only did I print this nylon Copier without heating the enclosure at all, I had the bed at 45 degrees, used Magigoo PA on Garolite and no brim. It printed perfectly, twice. I'm blown away. Today, those 2 parts flew for the first time with 0 issues at all. Heat doesn't affect them in the least. It's difficult to believe this material and Nylon X are both nylon, considering what a massive pain Nylon X is and what a breeze Copier is. So maybe the nylon could be similar in terms of whether it's a nylon 6 or a nylon 12, but formulating the material is the most important, right? Like even if you blend it with, if you compound it with a few magic components, it can completely change the way the materials print, right? And the warp-free technology is that additional magical compound that we have added to our nylon so that it doesn't warp without affecting the performance. So no tech support needed, no crazy preparation, huge heat and anything or anything odd. It prints like PLA. I take that back. My PLA is printing on a hotter bed than this stuff, which is true. Actually, if you print our Copier on a PLA setting, then it may warp, or it will be most likely, you have a higher chance that it will warp. So you have to print it with a cold bed. I usually print it at 30, 35 degrees. I mean, you can go up to 40, 45, and you should still be fine. Above 50, you may run into some issues. I explained that last time, right? Because of the warp-free technology. It's incredible. It's not as stiff as Nylon X, which is normal, right? Because it doesn't have any reinforcement. Nylon X, if I remember properly, is carbon fiber reinforced. Copier is just neat nylon. But I suspect Polymaker PS6CF likely is, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper than Nylon X and Copier. Okay. Yeah. So the PS6CF, So that's true. I don't really need that stiffness in my application, but I'm tempted to order some PS6CF just to try it. If it prints anything like Copier with carbon fiber, get out here. As for the reviews, in here claiming this material is brittle, has no layer adhesion, etc. It just did 220 miles per hour at the front edge of an airplane with a propeller spinning half an inch away. Brittle, no, not even close. How does that shows that it's not brittle to go fast with it? Or maybe because of the vibration and this type of thing. Not gonna lie, that freaked me out. You use such a cool bed setting. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, and that's usually the issue Copier has, and that's the reason why it has so many bad reviews, is because people say it's not warp free, and they say, I even put the bed at 110 and it's still warp. So when you don't read, then it's very hard to.
I usually print the nylons at I think 30. Just have like a setting. I don't know, just print it at 30, so it hits a set point, and that works out
exactly.
well.
Exactly. So I mean, I'm pretty sure if we go and check some 1-star review or something like this, it's always like this. They market it's warp free. I tried 80 degree, 90 degree. I go up to 100 degrees, still warping. Blah blah blah. False marketing, refund, blah blah. But I mean, I understand because as nobody think about what is warping, and they only think about solution that has thrown on the forum, then they just follow it without asking.
Yeah, that's the common issue. Like warping, just increase your bed temp.
Yeah. Why?
Every time.
We don't know.
Every time. Yeah.
That's what we asked. Now it was brittle when I attempted to print it too cold, which is true. I have a hardened 0.8 nozzle, Nylon X requirement, so I typically need to be at the top of the temperature range since hardened steel doesn't transfer heat as well as brass, and I'm pushing 4 times the filament that a 0.4 nozzle move. I think the Undertaker tungsten carbide nozzle doesn't have that issue, right? Is that correct? The heat transfer issue?
Yeah. It prints it performs like brass, so whatever brass would be.
Okay. Yeah. So if you do need a hardened nozzle, then I highly suggest either tungsten carbide. Or I heard that the diamond nozzle is doing well at that. Also.
Yeah. Talk about printing nylon, like how to print nylon well. Print it hot, and the best way to get a hot print is having a nozzle that can transfer heat. If that makes sense. So any of the tungsten carbides. Maybe potentially even the Basel style, so like the high flow style. Diamondback, you have to still be a little bit careful because the body is brass, so it has a high conductivity tip. That's hard, but the body is still brass, so be careful what you print with it.
+1 for the Undertaker. Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering, maybe I should put that on the website. I should put
just
that
on
our
tungsten carbide. I'd say tungsten carbide, but yeah, this thing has survived much abuse.
Yeah, I should put on the website in the carbon fiber product page just a link directly to. Is West 3D selling that?
Yeah, they have theirs. Actually, theirs is one of the cheapest options in terms of
maybe
of
I should link their website on our product page. Okay, so at 260 degrees C, my typical half-bridge support test snapped easily and the skirt didn't stick together. That gave me pause. Printed again at 260, 270, and voila. Strong, great adhesion, minimal stringing, support popped right off. When printing with Z distance, a double layer height. Okay, that's great. He's sharing some very useful setting. So if you're printing with Copier, these are useful settings. I also printed a part in Polymaker's PC Max, Polymax PC. As that gets raves, what does raves means? As well, it has some warp, not nearly what Nylon X had, but some. Oh, really? Oh, so that means Nylon X warp a lot, because for that size Polymax PC, I think if you don't have a heated chamber, it would really warp a lot.
I think he said he had a heated chamber, or like he
Oh,
set
okay.
a temperature, so I'm assuming so.
Okay. Then yeah, then Polymax PC could do better. Compared to Copy A, I don't see any reason to use the PC Max other than cost. For this application, I'll stick with the extra 60-degree VCAT softening temperature of Copy A. Yes, and that's important. And that's why I like this review, because he knows what he's talking about, right? We're not talking about a 60-degree plus for HDT. Actually, the HDT of Copy A might be lower than Polymax PC. He's really talking about the VCAT softening temperature, which is the most important heat resistance properties that he need to consider for this type of application. This type of application, I think the HDT doesn't matter, but the VCAT softening temperature matter, and that's why I love that that review, because he really know what requirement he needs, and he know how to look for these requirements. So once you have an application, try to really define properly what requirement you need for the material. For example, the custom printers, I still haven't seen. It's all based on experience, right? Like everyone has printed with ABS, it works well. People that has printed with PETG, it doesn't work well. People that has not printed with PLA, doesn't work well. So we just go with ABS. But I wish there will be some kind of idea of, okay, you do need that type of modulus to keep a certain rigidity. You do need that type of blah 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 blah, right? And then that would be easier. Even for us, it would be easier to design materials if we know the actual requirements. Blah blah, with zero VCAT softening temperature, with zero warp. If the cost doesn't scare you off and you need strong nylon parts that can take heat but also print without warp, you just found your filament. All metal hot end, please. You have to heat this stuff up and print really slow. I have an E3D V6 on a CR10 V2, and it couldn't have gone better. Okay, so that's the review. I want you to review on review the reviews, but I really love that review. It really demonstrates the warp-free technology, right? By comparing it with Nylon X, which is a very popular nylon in the US, and it also talk about. Wait, are you on YouTube?
What?
Are you on YouTube? Is that you, or is that someone with your account? So yeah. So anyway, if you have not, or if, because I know a lot of people do not believe in our warp-free technology, and I do try my best to explain so that it doesn't look magical and like just a marketing thing.
It is magical though. That's the issue. It just works.
Yeah, it is real. It is real. It's not only marketing. And if you see anywhere on a forum, because I've seen it, that says, don't believe that. I have been printing with nylon and it doesn't work, or I have tried Copy A even at 100 degrees, it doesn't work, blah blah blah. You can share a little bit some knowledge about what warp-free technology is, etc., etc. Okay, cool. So that was this. So
I'm actually
website color.
I'm actually reinstalling my Rapido right now because I had the Revo. I had a Revo on my printer, and guess what? Hot end doesn't have any hard nozzles yet for it, so I physically can't. You can't print abrasives on Revo yet.
So just to make sure, the Revo is the system that allows you to swap nozzle very easily.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and they don't have hardened nozzle that is compatible with the Revo system.
They do. They just haven't completely launched them yet. They were selling them at ERF, actually. You could have bought some of them, but they still haven't fully released them to the public yet.
Oh, okay. Understood. So let me go pro picture.
I'm guessing it's because the complexity of like everything, it has to be a little bit more involved. I don't know. Like these are pretty interesting nozzles.
Okay, so next I would like to talk about a project that we have been working on with Medic. And I want to show you a little bit. Sorry?
Rogue and YouTube said they're coming. They're being coated this week, so I guess they're getting a coating on them. And I think that's the issue.
Oh, okay.
like the non-stick or internal coating, if I have it correct. I haven't really looked into it because I wasn't expecting to get a Revo.
I'm
But carry
available
on.
if me. Oh, this Medic. Okay, let me send you. I mean, there won't be anything new for you, but I will send you the link if you want to join. That would be perfect. Then we will actually
Oh,
have.
great! We'll have a
person.
really good argument.
Let's go.
Sorry, debate.
A debate. So, what are we going to talk about? Let me show you. This, and let me show you this one. Okay. So what's the requirements that we have all heard, right? When it comes to filament and buying filament, etc., is the color, right? People want to know what color they are buying. They want to have a good idea of the colors. They want to. Sometimes they even want to compare colors with each other, etc., etc. So it's all about color stuff. So, what is the issue when you take picture of spools? And believe me, it's a big challenge. Do not underestimate taking spool picture. Whether it's Matt, whether it's Medic, whether it's Zombie that tried today to do some stuff, it's really, really, really hard to take picture. We have worked with literally 4 or 5 companies. Yeah, there you go. We have worked with 4 or 5 companies just to find the skills that are required to take picture of spools. And Medic is also a professional photographer, so he photographed a lot of products, etc. And he literally told me that was the hardest project he ever worked on. So, what is the issue? The biggest challenge is, okay, there you go. Zombie is here. Medic is here. Okay, there you go. So I will try to introduce the project, and if you want to add anything, just how do you say? Speak away.
Yeah.
Speak out. Yeah. So the biggest challenge we had by working with different companies was the consistency between the different spool, right? So when you're taking one picture, I guess it's not too hard, right? You just take one picture. The issue comes when you want to take 2 pictures and you want the spool to be comparable with each other, right? Not only you need to have the exact angle, right? So that you can compare them, like you can go from one picture to the other and there's only the color of the filament that change. But also all the lighting around, and then whatever picture setting, on the camera, there's always a lot of button, right? So there's a bunch of settings that needs to be the same, right, from one. Otherwise, you cannot compare the color. So let me show you the results, what we had before and what we have now. Maybe I don't have what we have before, but at least I have what we have now. So, and maybe, I don't know if you have it, Medic, but do you have the picture of your setup? Well, actually, it's behind you, but I think the picture.
I can try to pull it up.
Yeah, maybe to show. So, this is, let me show. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, that's all the picture that was taken. But the idea is, what you're seeing here is already extremely, extremely good. What is good? Good is, first, the cardboard. The cardboard needs to be almost the same color, right? Because if the cardboard is not the same color, it means that the whole picture cannot be compared with another one. Actually, I'm explaining that really badly, but hopefully people can understand. But
you just want the color of the cardboard to correlate to be the same between each photo.
Yeah.
So it looks it's consistent across the board.
Yeah, and also the idea is that the cardboard is the same color from one spool to the other. So if the color of the cardboard is the same from a picture to the other, it means that the color of the filament can be directly comparable, right? Because if you have a cardboard that is darker than another one, then it means that the color of the filament cannot be directly compared because it would be darker on that picture. Does that make sense? So challenge number 1, the spool cannot move from one picture to the other. Challenge number 2, the whole lighting setup and everything and the setting needs to be the same so that this white can be compared to this stone blue, right? And to have one streak of picture, that's okay, right? Like let's say, so Medic has the whole setup behind him. If that setup doesn't move, then it's more or less okay. But I mean, we are releasing a new product pretty much every week, right? So that means,
Many.
yeah, I don't know, 6 months from now, the picture has to be the same. But how to do that? And that's another challenge. So, I mean, maybe actually you can join. Medic is also streaming and talking about all of these technical stuff. So make sure. I don't know if I can do. Let me do a shout out at the same time.
Been a little. I haven't streamed as much as I wanted to, but I've just been so tied up with this that I just haven't. I need to do better streaming more, but I've just been so busy focusing on this project that that's been the only thing I've been working on.
Yeah, I've been keeping Medic busy with all the projects.
Very busy. Oh my god.
I always come up with new ideas and I say, hey Medic, do you think we can do that? Hey Medic, do you think we can do that?
And we do. And even though it's a lot at once it all comes together, I mean, as you've seen, like, you know, the Polylight line, once I got everything I needed, I had it done in a day and a half, maybe.
Yeah,
you know,
so, very quickly.
Yeah.
Over the
and I actually, and I just got done taking scientist photos as well. So,
and the goal was to define a color that will represent the spool, right? And that's where the debate come from. So we ended up with all of this picture. Okay, so I can show you here. So this is all the picture that I received from Medic, and you can see it's very, very consistent. Like you can see all the spool, they're all the same color, same angle, same everything, right? Now the question is, you know, people need a kind of a color code. Like we need some kind of code to define the color. And I actually, when I was doing this work, I actually asked some feedback also on the Discord in the Hangout channels. But when I was doing this, the idea was, how can I find the color according to this picture? So let's go for the lemon yellow, because that was the idea. Okay, so we have this picture, right? How do you find the hex code? So let me show you how I did, because it's a very manual work, right? So maybe you cannot see, but there is here a piece of filament that is PPT filament, right? There is this. Okay, there is a piece of filament, and what I do is I define the color of this. So what I do is I just create this. So at the beginning is black, right? So at the beginning is black. Okay, and then I put it here, and then what I do is I go in here, and then the color picker, and then I just try to find. The problem is, you see, there's many points. Like if you choose the wrong one, like this one. Sorry, if you choose, okay, where's my, what did I do? Sorry, let me do that again. If I choose a wrong point, let's say I choose this one, then you can see that it doesn't match at all, right? So what I do is I try to find a point that match well. So usually I will go towards the top of the spool, because this is where the light is the most even, because there is a special highlight for here, so that's why I don't use this. And then I end up on this, so I already have one which is here. Okay, and you can see, I mean, you cannot even see it, right? If it's on the spool, this part, you cannot even see it. And then I use this hex code to use for this small design band, the strip that goes behind. Okay, and then that's this hex code. So that's how I found the hex code. Okay, so I try to find, and all of them, I will choose the top of the spool. So basically where there is no highlight, you can see the highlight here, except black, because for some reason the black has also a reflection at the top. So I took it here. I took it where the light is the most even, and then I end up with all the different hex code. So the hex code definition is the color that would best represent the picture here. So I'm not having a spool in my hand and then trying to find a hex code that represents the spool on my hand, right? I don't even know how I would do it. But I just make sure that all of these pictures were taken in exactly the same way. So the color can be compared with each other. And then I just define what color would match the best this filament. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does.
And then, so the debate we had was the lemon yellow. So I think Zombie shared a picture, I think on Discord. Where's my Discord? Where I have too many things open. Oh, here. So I think it was in off topic and then blah, blah, blah.
Yellow.
So Zombie shared.
I think it was towards the end.
I think it was the Pikachu. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
So you see, so this is the Pikachu printed in the same filament, right? But the issue that I raised when Zombie posted that is that most likely in this setup there is a light on the Pikachu that makes it very bright. But if you check, look at this. Right? If you check this color and this color, they're basically the same, right? But this color and this color, they're different. So that's why it doesn't really make sense for me to compare it this way, because depending on, if you look here, then it's very bright. If you look here, then it's very dark. If you look here, then it's in the middle. So the idea was really to base everything on the picture, because all the pictures were taken the same. And then we define what is on the picture. Okay, so yeah, Zombie, I don't know if you have anything to add, because I know the lemon yellow felt wrong from your perspective.
So my basis for that is not just viewing on one monitor, but looking at my computer, looking at my phone, and then my my other like at least 4 different monitors, and they all kind of look the same. And the other pictures, like if you scroll through these slides, I feel like those more accurately represent the colors that I've experienced, and I have a whole stack of the PLA Pros behind me, so I'm able to look at them and can kind of compare them, and they're pretty close. But yellow, I tried taking pictures of yellow. I tried doing the same method. It is nearly impossible to get an accurate representation of this color. I don't know if it's because it's so light or whatever it is, but it's a very, very bright yellow. Of course, this is gonna be super blown out.
I think part of that, to add in, I think part of it, because it is every color absorbs light different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Obviously yellow is going to absorb.
Yeah. See, it's it's close, but it's not quite this. It's not quite right. At least I look at it in.
I think that's where that kind of comes in, because if you look at if you try to compare your Pikachu towards the center of the spool where the highlight is on my photo, I feel like, at least from my perspective and my screens, it's fairly close.
Right.
Which represents the spool itself in hand. So that's where, and that's where, I'm kind of, I don't want to say defending myself, because I'm really not, but that's just where, trying to, I'm just offering what I can do and try to offer a quality photo that is color accurate with what you have in your hand.
Right.
And that's where, and it's always up to interpretation. Everyone's going to see something different. Every person's color is different. There's so many variables with it.
It's close, but even, and I guess it all depends on the lighting, but for reference, I'm in a essentially studio lit environment, so it's very bright. But I feel like we can both share these. My overhead camera tends to be better.
And I mean, even if we talk about the definition of color, that's what I was talking with.
Yeah, see, look at this. They're essentially the same, right?
Yeah, they look the same.
Mine's really blowed out.
On Medic, but I guess it's because of the light. And
this is actually faded. This is a lot like what it's showing on here. It's super, super not correct.
Yeah, I mean, don't move, Zombie. Put there. like this is on, okay, on my screen. I mean, it looks super different. This is what I see, right? Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing. Uh, you see,
Hey, I got a print done. Yeah.
completely different. So this is what I see on
More
on Zombie
realistic.
when he shows me.
Yeah, so this is a more color accurate camera.
Okay, so let me take this one as well.
And you know, of course the Pikachu that goes with it.
Yeah, and this is, oh, where's my mouse? Yeah, this is from yeah, you see. So I mean, that's
yeah.
that's what I mean when I say color. Color doesn't exist, right? Color is interpretation of our brain, right? It's color is not a thing, right? It's just you get what I mean when I say that? Like even like
it's a construct.
Yeah,
your brain is making up like what it's
yeah, and even
it's rendering
like
it's rendering the environment.
Yeah, exactly. And you remember that optic illusion of the chess board, and then you know, you have the white in the shade and the black in the light, and then do you know what I'm talking about? Optic, because our brain is going to interpret that this is black and this is white, even if it's exactly the same color, just because of experience, blah blah blah. So optical illusion chess.
Yeah,
and I think that's
those
what
are pretty fun.
yeah, that's what yeah, exactly, that's this one. It's super well known. I mean, I'm pretty sure you all know these. Yeah, this particular one.
I got to print that.
You see this one. So we all, I mean, I know it's optical illusion and it's the same, but when I look at this, it's definitely these and these are different colors, right? A and B are definitely a different color. From that's what my brains tell me. My brains tell me this is black or dark gray, and this is a very light gray. That's what my brains tell me. And so that's why I think colors. That's why I want to stay consistent, which means all the spool were taking the same, and it's not because my brain think lemon yellow must be brighter that I should make it brighter. I want to stay within. I don't want my brain to tell me what to do. So that's why I only rely on pictures. I mean, it is possible that Medic has received a spool that unfortunately the lemon yellow was not the same as other. I mean, everything is possible, right? But as of
the spool is pretty close. I feel like my pictures are a little bit brighter, but I mean, look at the Pikachu. Like, compare that with the spool. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's not quite the background. Now, if you were to take the color of like the top of that Pikachu or like the face and use that for the background, like I don't know, it's really hard. Because I was playing around with trying to capture any pixels, and it's always that, like, golden. It almost looks golden. It doesn't look bright.
I mean, what I think. So let me remove all of this. So the debate, which I wanted to have, is around: does this represent this full color properly? So meaning this strand here that is hidden here, does this blends well with the spool? And then whether when we put it like this it looks strange or something, then that's our brain that is interpreting. So that's yeah, so that's how I'm doing. I'm trying to take out what my brain thinks and entirely rely on the picture. I mean, it may put some pressure to Medic, but
yeah, I mean, and honestly, I mean, I did, and when I edited these, I used the same settings on the camera, same settings in Lightroom. When I adjusted all the lighting, it's all exactly the same across the board. There's no adjustment, fine tuning, nothing. So to try to keep it consistent as possible, which is what Nick said he wanted, was consistency. So you know, I tried. You know, I set the white balance to 5600K, which is a good neutral white balance for most for people. So there's no too warm, too dark. It's just a good neutral level. And then the lighting, of course, lighting can adjust that as well, but the lighting's all adjusted the exact same lights, strobes. I try to make everything as consistent as possible, so it would be the same. But obviously, if we need, if people aren't happy with the lemon yellow, for example, it needs to be adjusted. It can be fine tuned in post, but that's just that's a personal preference on what Nick sees from the community, or if they think
exactly.
it's not right at all. I mean, I can make it much brighter.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it all comes down to what K2 Kevin's talking about in chat. It's probably just the sensor, so the technology that the camera is using to identify colors. If you had 3 cameras and took the same picture, same settings, they would be different. So I personally like these all look amazing, and that background color in my eye very closely matches. But maybe, just maybe for the yellow, because that's such a hard color, maybe that should be adjusted.
And
to closer match the spool. And
kind of looking at like this yellow, like maybe the stripe does need to be a little bit brighter to represent that brighter color.
That's like not even, that's like the difference between almost like these two colors. Well, I'm gonna switch back to overhead.
And that's these two, right? The lime and the.
I gotta move the light off of me.
It's 2 colors, right?
Because this is yellow. This is lemon yellow right here.
This is actually
yellow and
lemon yellow, and then ASA yellow.
These are both the poly light. This is yellow, which looks pretty close to what you have there. And again, this is just a camera with, I'm gonna say this is not proper lighting for me. And then this is
here are the 3 yellows. Like, look how different those are. It's crazy.
On my monitor, it looks exactly the same, but I have a very bad monitor.
Oh yeah, see, that's another thing. Like, if you're trying to do color accurate stuff on a monitor that's not color accurate, then that could propose an issue.
Yeah, I mean, on the Mac is okay, but the second screen I'm using is.
Oh yeah.
Macs are pretty well known for, and I've used them in the past. I mean, they have pretty good color accuracy. I mean, that's why they're used for content creators and.
Like, for example, the yellow. Now I think I'm on Zombie's side about the yellow. I mean, look at this; it looks so orange. I mean, of course, if you compare it with the orange itself, like what we call orange. Then okay, maybe it's yellow, but actually when you check the hex code where it is on the disk, then
it's orange.
I think I'm now changing a little bit. You see, it's more towards yellow, like the actual orange is here, but red is here, yellow is here, and we are let's say 1/4 to the orange. So that's why it's exactly in between orange and yellow. So that's why it's very hard to call, because yellow is this, orange is this. We are straight in the middle.
Well, that's yellow. So, I thought that was orange.
The orange is this one. The orange is this one.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that's like real orange.
And maybe you can like adjust the stripe, because I personally do like the stripe photos. Like, I think it adds a little extra something that's not just a white background. But just we might need some fine tuning adjustment to get it to match the spool. Because Zombie said, the spools themselves, the photos, like my photos, aren't the issue potentially.
The issue is consistency, taking consistent photos over time, and making sure that whatever the picture is, that it does represent what is in real life. Yeah, and I think,
and just for reference,
done a good job of that.
I did the green today, which was 4 days after I did all these other photos.
Yeah, this one.
And I've moved everything. Like nothing. Like everything has been moved or adjusted. Like I've moved the camera. I've adjusted the light boxes out of my way to make room for my office, because I don't have so big an office. because this is essentially a fourth bedroom that is now my office. So, but that's kind of to show the idea that I can get the same photo, or as close as possible to the same photo over and over with different, with the same setup. And I've even taken Sharpies on my strobes and marked where, and I'm put like a little line and then an S for where the spool photo, so I know where to put the lighting for the spool photos.
Yeah. I mean that like we discussed, that's going to be the hardest part, is the picture you're going to take a few months from now.
Yeah.
Like how close are they going to be the one you just took?
And my wife got mad at me, but I don't care. This carpet's going to be replaced in a couple of years anyway.
Oh, straight on the carpet?
I'd put a Sharpie straight on the carpet and marked an area. There is a mark on my carpet, but again, this carpet's gonna be replaced soon, so I'm not that worried about it. Okay. But you do what you need to do to get the photos accurate. But I've marked my strobes, I've marked everything, and I can kind of move out of the way so we can kind of see. That's kind of, this is my this is what happens when you don't have a super high end studio to work with everything. You do the best of what you got.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked, right? We worked with a lot of companies before, and so far, again, the biggest challenge is going to be the future pictures. But so far, I think it's better, I think, than others that we have been using. So
that is appreciated.
I'm looking for. I want to show you.
Yeah, that's why I didn't use painter's tape, because it can be moved. It can. If someone vacuums or runs their foot across the painter's tape on the carpet, then it's moved and I don't have the reference anymore.
And by the way, thank you so much a special thank you to Sideline Review for building the jig that Medic is using.
Yes.
I don't have a picture here, but it's like a really.
Oh, really?
It's foldable and really nice. Really nice.
I can't share the jig itself because there are some items on the jig that can't be shared publicly. But the jig is definitely well made and well thought out, and he put a lot of time and effort into the jig to make it awesome as it is. So, and it definitely helps me with consistency. I've taken, again, Sharpie is my friend on things, but I've taken a Sharpie and marked so I know exactly how to get the same angle down the road. So in the future, I know how to adjust, because it's totally adjustable and movable, but I can adjust it, mark it. I've got everything just as I need it. So that way it's not, there should be consistent over time, because I can just pop it up and move the marks, align the marks as I need them and take photos and done.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible how, like, the teamwork when we started that project. Whether it's Matt that tried to brainstorm with Medic on how to do the setup, or whether it's Sideline Review that stand up, because he has a lot of experience in building this type of things. And he literally just say, okay, let me help and build something. So all of this, like what we were able to create now that is on the website and the new hex code and everything that we're sharing, it's really the community that has worked and give back to the community. It's that circle that everyone is helping each other, and definitely this is gonna help so many people to have like this.
To add, Chewy, the jig we're talking about is an actual spool holder, not just what holds the spool on this section, which Chewy and I can't remember who else, Chewy and somebody else in the Discord helped. Chewy can tell who it was.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
someone else made the actual the 3D printed part that holds the spool. Rolls, that's it. Roll 17 and Chewy helped make the actual holder that actually will kind of latch in and hold the spool and keys into this part right here. Sideline made an actual metal jig that uses that part. So the jig Sideline made actually holds is like a structural integrity part to hold the spool. Is the entire the whole process. Whereas the holder that Chewy and Rolls designed actually allows me to key in the spools as close as possible to the same.
I mean, even I was impressed with the raw picture, which is almost already. I mean, the setup is so well done that the raw picture itself is already. Let me show you how a raw picture look. Like without any editing, without PNG, without anything, it looks like this. You see, you don't even see the jig, you don't see anything. Like it's almost like the final picture as it is.
Yeah, it's close.
The spool floating in the air, and then of course there is some post editing, but you can see that all the work in the setup, I guess, help also in the editing afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course, like with the PNG, obviously cutting out the background, and to get a pure white background, that's still the best way, is just cut out the background and save it as a JPEG, because then it saves a 100% pure white background photo. Because even though that looks white on screen, if you compare it to the white next to like the white on Twitch or Discord or wherever, if you use light mode, it's not going to be that white. It's going to be it's going to be a shade off.
Yeah.
So that way, that's the way I get perfect white background photos, is to cut the background out and save it. Then it's always white.
Yeah. So, and this is something I wanted to show is the hue, like the hue, lightness, I think, and saturation. And actually, I didn't know, but like for example, the pink and the magenta, these two is actually the same hue. It's just that the brightness is different.
Interesting.
So which means theoretically, if you take a picture of this pink with a very bad lighting, you will end up with a magenta effect on the picture. With that. So it's interesting, and there is many of them that has the same hue. So this one has the same 341, so it's 41 degree, right? And then 212, so the azure blue and the blue is the same. It's just that the blue has more brightness. So if you take the blue picture with light straight on it, then it will look like the azure blue, because they have the same hue. The dark blue and the black is actually the same. So this is our black. Before we put, I think, OOO, and the white we put FFF, right, for the hex code, but it's not actually true, right? And I discovered that our black is actually a blue hue, but it's so dark that it's dark, right? So this hex code is a blue hue, right? So if you take our this dark blue, and you take it in a very dark room, then you will look like our black, which is interesting, right? So all of this color stuff is really interesting. And why we are using the HLS is because I think is the most intuitive way. So if you take the HLS cone color, I think it's the most intuitive way. So let's go. Okay, so you have this. So the hue is the degree. Okay, so where are you? Which hue are you? And then the two other is the percentage. So how far are you from the center? So the center is white, and then the outside is very saturated, and the last value is the brightness, I think, or the saturation is this one, and then the brightness. So if you go all the way down, then whatever hue you are, then you are going towards black. So this is what we're using: hue, saturation, and brightness. And the app we are building for the website will use the same. And there is some calculation. Once you have this model in mind, then you can define how far colors are from each other, because you are in a 3D plane, right? And then each colors are in that 3D plane. So you can calculate the distance between two colors. So that shows you what the app is going to do, right? You can choose a color and it will show all the colors that are similar to that. So anyway, the app is going to be amazing. But all of that depend on the color accurate, consistency, the hex code that comes from that color, and then plus the web app. So you can see now all the team work and all of these different small tasks that end up building that amazing system. So anyway, I built that, which I just wanted to do a little bit of a marketing picture for our website, and I thought it looks amazing. The fact that now that we have access to a hex code, then we can play around with the design, right? So if there is some designer out there that want to play around with colors, then I know, for example, Zombie sometimes is looking for which color would match the best. then if we are able to have hex code that are close to the actual color, then he can just go on the computer, and there is some system that will tell you which one match the best or something like this, which I think
Yeah, like for what do you call them? Like a set of 4 colors.
yeah, like a nice
swatch,
palette or
but,
something. Yeah.
palette. Yeah, like a color palette. So
Mm.
when you're picking or trying to print models and you want to get an accurate color palette, you can use that. So
Mm.
like the
And
dragon.
if you notice, I classify them because now I have the actual hex code, so I classify them by hue. So that's why it looks nice. You have all the blues, then greens, yellows, orange, dark, red, and then the dark one.
Yeah.
So it's ranked by hue. So it's really nice. And then on the website, I did the same. You see, I ranked everything by hue. I mean, I put black and white at first just because it's the bestseller. But after that, why I did that is because I don't want people to see, I don't know, this red and say, oh, it's not the red I want. And he cannot see that there's another red at the end, which is the wine red. Now there's all the red together. Just pick the one that is the best for you. And all the
So-
green together.
That wine red was another topic for debate too.
Oh yeah, so the lemon yellow and the wine red
I don't
are
have the wine
two
red
ones-
yet.
Yeah, are the two one that we are not sure whether it's a good representation. So the red, I mean, maybe the issue is on the red because I know we have a very saturated red. I mean, you can see on the picture here, like here there is more sharpness, more contrast, but the red is so bright, saturated that it could be.
My first spool was PLA Pro Red, and I spent
that's
like
my
10
red,
minutes
mine.
trying to take one picture of something. I couldn't take a picture of it. It's just way too saturated.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
how
what
do
I'm.
you-
That's
Yeah, go
wine.
ahead, Medic.
Also, that's the wine red in hand with
looks really
this
nice. I can
this
tell.
lighting. You know, I mean, it's a very different red. It's not the same. You know, it's not the
Yeah.
super. It's more of a deeper red, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it is darker. Like if we go
Yeah.
from this picture, for example, let me show it on screen. This,
yeah,
then it does
and
indeed.
and like I mean, look right there. Like look at like on the stream. Look where my wine red versus
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty accurate, I'd say.
Like, I feel like that's pretty close.
Yeah, so I think Matt was highlighting that the wine red is more pinkish on his picture. Actually, I can pull out that picture.
And I don't get
So-
any pink tones personally. And, you know, this is all personal. So
Yeah,
I-
I'm not.
I don't
This
get
is-
pink out of this.
This is the wine red from Matt, which is very different from this
Oh,
picture.
yeah,
So
that's-
again,
Yeah.
you know, it comes down to, was it the way he took the picture that makes it more pinkish? Like it comes down to the setting. But again, there is no defined color. There's only, that picture is like this, and all of them can be compared with each other. It's like our machine. Our machine in R&D cannot define a color. It can only say whether a color is close to another one or not. So you have to put 2 samples, and then it will tell you the delta E. So when we do our quality control on our materials, we put the filament with the reference filament, and then the delta E needs to be within a certain range. And if it's above, then it's considered as the color is too far, and then the batch just go to recycle. But we cannot put a filament and it tells us, okay, that's this color, because that's impossible, right? How do we even do that? Such a machine, that's impossible. I mean, I know that if we really go into a little bit of Printbusters, but the actual color, I guess, is something related to frequency, I think, of the emitted thing. So that frequency depends on the light, right, that it receives. So it has a wide range of colors, and it's the brain that will interpret what average of all of this. Like if I put it in the dark suddenly, but I saw it before that it was pink, and then in the dark I will just say it's pink. Anyway, maybe we shouldn't do a Printbuster here, but
this
what's
is
the
almost a Printbuster's topic, to be fair.
it was
It
a
was,
Printbuster.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was one of our first
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
first topics.
What's the rate of rejection based upon color? Not much. The highest was our yellow. That's the highest rate. Was our yellow, and
Why?
that's what I talk. That's what I tell Medic. The most important is we stay consistent and we monitor complaint rate. If, for example, the lemon yellow has a higher complaint rate than other, that yeah, your yellow actually looks brighter, I want you the darker one, like your website, blah blah blah, and we have a high rate, then we will manually change the picture. But I don't want to manually change before receiving any complaint.
Right.
The same for the wine red. If we receive complaints that it looks more pinkish and I don't like it, I wanted the dark red that is on your website, and we receive multiple of these, then we will also manually change it to make it pinkier. But that's manual, right? We are not. Yeah, I guess I explained it well.
Yes. Because I mean, you can always manually go back and I mean, I could edit, or you or anybody can always go in and edit it to whatever shade of red or hue of red, if you will, that they want. But that's where the consistency and the trying to keep it the same across the board, where that comes in to make it as close as the same as possible. So what you see is what you get.
Yeah. Nervous pajamas. You could use an RGB color sensor if you could get the value and the acceptable range from the production floor. You could shoot for that in the photo booth. But the RGB color sensor would also depend on what lighting you use, right? Depending on what lighting you use, it will have different RGB, right? So that's why I'm talking about that machine. That machine will give you the color it sees, but what if others don't see that color? Anyway, that's why I'm talking about there is no actual color. There's only an interpretation. It would give a target. That would be a way to have a target. So the way we did it with Medic is that the target is his picture. So his picture, he does the work to make sure it's as good as possible in terms of color accuracy, and then that becomes our target. So now our white is this white, and you can see that it's actually not very white, right? That's why some people were complaining that our white is not white. And now that we have this color accurate picture, we can notice that yes, indeed, it's not that much of a white. That's why we are coming with a cold white. But anyway, I've learned a lot about our own product, right? With this project, and it's only the beginning. I mean, this is literally only the Polylite PLA. Think about the Polytera PLA coming.
And that's coming. That will come. In all honesty, I'll have that done by the weekend.
Yeah. So, how excited is that to have all of this? And then once we have everything, we literally have all the PLA colors. I will be able to do a huge rainbow of all our colors, like 100.
That's right.
What was the number? 156, right?
100. Well, actually, we said 156, but I don't think that included the dark blue.
Oh, okay. So 150. Or let's say 160.
So yeah, we'll go up, say 160. Yeah.
Yeah, a rainbow of 160 colors. How amazing is that?
Let's do
Obviously, there will be some very similar one, like PLA Pro Red and Polylite PLA Red. Most likely will be very, very similar. But let's see. Anyway, I found that project amazing, and that's what we said a few months ago in the open meeting with the Awesome Squad. We wanted to put more resources in building a system for color recognition, or at least having better ideas of colors. And I'm really happy in the way we have evolved since then. What do you think, Zombie?
Oh my God! I mean, if you look at the website, the yellow PLA, I don't know if it's PLA Pro or PLA, it's still the wrong, not that one. Must be just regular or PLA. Yeah, PLA Pro yellow.
Oh, okay. This one, right?
Yeah, that has 3 different shades of yellow in the same picture. So the printed part is different than the spool color, is different than the internal. So it's all
yeah, this is orange.
It's bad. This is the image that originally sparked the debate of what color is this?
Yeah. Well, we will have also all the PLA Pro. We'll have all of the PLA here. We'll have everything. And some new one that are coming also, because we do have a lot that are coming also in that range. So that's
So
going to be
let's do this. There's a link to something that I've been wanting to print. It's a stackable rainbow. So which of the colors that Polymaker has would be best for like
cool.
pure rainbow colors? Like what would you consider like the base
Well,
rainbow?
let's
Purple.
use let's start from the beginning. Purple, well, the closest will, if we have the app, well, we should have done that during the app, but you would be able to pick the color, put it in the app, and it will show you directly. But anyway,
So
if we do
what's
that by
the closest purple? Because I think the purple you have is pretty bright. It's not a dark purple. Actually, well, there is a dark purple, but is that too dark?
Yeah, but that's the same. Like he took the picture in not a very light room. So does this purple actually is that dark?
I mean, like actual, maybe like an actual rainbow. Like, what's the?
That looks more like dark purple PLA Pro than actual purple in the Polylight.
Yeah, maybe. But if we put, like, let's say we create our rainbow. Where is my? Yeah, we create our rainbow here. Then let's say we take this purple, because I only have the Polylight PLA for now. And then if we only take the Polylight PLA, then we need to have a blue. So maybe this blue. And then a green. I would take maybe this green, I think. It's so easy once we have the colors. And then yellow, orange, red. I would take the lemon yellow, I think.
Yep.
Orange. I would take the regular orange and red. I would take the maybe the regular red. Yeah, I would do like this.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And then that looks like a rainbow.
Yeah.
If we go this and then we put it here.
I think I have all those colors. I should just probably actually print that.
Yeah, I mean maybe upside down, but
yeah,
that's pretty. That's pretty. I mean, maybe the green could have been a lighter green, but we don't.
Light green.
Maybe this green or like. No,
No.
I think this green is best. And then yellow is good. Lemon yellow. The orange is good. The red is good. Yeah, I think only the purple seems darker on this picture, and the green seems lighter on this picture. But except from that, I think it's a pretty good rainbow.
Yeah, like it's pretty like neutral colors.
Yeah.
Nick, if you want, I can share my screen and show. I'll just show a couple because I don't want to show them all. But I can show a couple of the scientists, the Galaxy scientists.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. Share screen.
Can I get an update on the Galaxy ABS ASA? Yeah, sure. It's on the way already. I think I show. Oh, maybe I should not show the system. Okay, there you go. Yeah, sure. I think I got ETA last time. Let me.
I think is it sharing?
Just 2 seconds. Let me just check because
I think you got to click it. Yep.
Yeah, we have that ASA question all the time with the Galaxy.
Good. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, when's it coming?
April 24.
You answer that. I'll be right back.
Okay. April 24. Whoever was asking. Who was asking? Low Sync. April 24. Most likely a week before, because usually our ETA has some type of margin. I realized I didn't read the chat today. I really apologize. I didn't read the chat at all. Genacito, hi Polymaker, Nicholas with a H. I fill out the form for the filament I won a week ago. Does it take a few weeks to receive the coupon via email? No, you should have received it. I do that every Monday. So yesterday, 2 days ago. You should have received 2 days ago. If not, then please open a ticket. But either email with Swatch Truck, tiny Swatch Truck. I don't know if that's the
so little.
612, first print.
I need some 612.
Oh, nice. Okay, you're on screen.
All right, so I'll try to zoom in so everybody can see a little bit better. So this is the Galaxy Polylight. This is the red / intergalactic chocolate.
Intergalactic chocolate.
Yeah,
okay, actually, the sparkles I mean, the glitters come out pretty well.
That's why I wanted to show this as like a little teaser, if you will, because you can see just how good the
In your lens.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing, really.
yeah,
Wow.
and that's what a high quality, you know, that's proper lighting and high quality camera setup and everything will get
It
you.
is. It
Do
is
you
very
have-
hard to take pictures of the Galaxy line. I don't know why, but it's just hard to take a good picture.
And just so we can see that we're not, let's see, let me go for photos.
Oh, there's a spool,
Um,
really? Oh, the bamboo spool.
Yeah, so I'm using, well, that's because you wanted it a little bit higher for the angle.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I tried to use something that would lift it up without adjusting the camera, since I'm still doing
Oh.
spool photos.
Yeah.
And since I'm going to cut, you know, and again, this is essentially the raw photo because I'm going to cut the background out, so it's not going to
Oh.
matter. But I also had a reference mark underneath that you can't see to try to
Hmm.
line up the line, which is right here.
Hmm.
I tried to line that line up as much as possible to have it as close to the same orientation as possible.
Oh, cool.
So that way he's looking at the camera, like you see right here.
Yeah.
This guy looking at you.
Yeah.
But this
yeah,
is
yeah.
obviously the Galaxy Black.
Yes. I mean, the glitter are beautiful. They
Yeah.
really come out really.
And
well. I'm
then-
really excited to see the metallic, because
Yeah.
metallic is impossible to take
And then
pictures. So I'm really wondering
this is-
how it would.
It's the blue.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
You can see. Look at all that glitter.
Yeah. Have you tried the metallic? Maybe your setup will be able to finally take picture of the metallic color.
What, the metallic PLAs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the list we already did.
The picture, the scientist picture.
Oh, not the scientists and the actual spool photos.
Oh no! Like the I was wondering whether you could see the difference with the metallic effect with that setup, because the glitters are so. I mean, you can see it very well, right?
Do you mean
But
the
the metallic-
scientist or the spools?
The scientist.
Oh, like comparing between these three?
The metallic.
Oh, metallic. I have not done the metallic ones. No, I have not done
Okay,
those.
okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to
Okay.
these because they're not easy to take. For example, the Christmas bundle.
Yeah.
I think Zombie took some picture, but it's very hard. Actually, you took some picture. You could see a little bit the sparkle, but it's very hard.
And this lighting's at how it's set up right now should show it as much as you see between the spool photos and this. So when I do the scientist photos like this, you should see the sparkle just like you do in here. Just like with the blue, obviously in hand you don't see. In reality, in hand you don't see quite this much sparkle. Like
Yeah.
you see,
Yeah,
a lot. Don't get me wrong, it sparkles, but just
Yeah.
sparkle to that effect is a little, that's where just the
So how
quality.
did you do that? Is that the light?
that's just lighting. That's just all lighting.
Just like okay.
And this is the exact, I literally changed nothing on the lighting between this and the spool photos.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we want you to do with Medic is we want you to make sure that the print would be in the same setting than the actual spool, so that the color could be compared. So that's another
And
thing.
I'll share, of course, one of the other harder ones to try to photograph was like this one.
Natural.
Yeah, natural.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
because
even the color of this guy, I didn't know what to put, because depending on what's behind, then
Yeah.
the color is different, right? So I just
so
put
it's
a
different. And I guess I might be able to click through. Let's see if I can zoom in. Can I click? No, it won't let me click. I have to manually do it. But there's like green. And then there's,
Oh yeah, it's lined up properly.
yeah. And then let's see. Let's go with a controversial color.
Yeah, lemon. Is that lemon yellow?
That's lemon yellow.
Oh, it
Lemon
does.
yellow?
It does appear very bright on my screen.
It
Does
is, and that has a lot to do with the way the lighting is just set up.
Yeah, that's
It absorbs so much light.
close. It's close.
Do you
But
have
actually, it looks like in between the ASA yellow and the
The lime green.
lemon yellow.
do you have the red? Because usually the red
Yeah.
is so bright that you cannot really see the details.
So there's one red.
Is the wine red?
Good.
I think that's the wine red. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
it's not
then
bad.
let's
And
see.
then the red.
Here's the other red.
Yeah, you see. It's so actually on my monitor I cannot see anything.
Yeah, and on my screen, like I see it, like it's there, but I mean, it's just it's a vibrant red, and it absorbs more light in general than the wine red. So trying to go between the two. Well, wrong one. So clicking between those.
Yeah, it's very slight. I mean, even your print, I don't see the pinkish tint.
No.
It's very strange. Yeah.
And then there's Galaxy, like we talked about, and then like this is white.
Oh, it's whiter than the spool. Whiter, tiny.
And that's also part of that too. You have to think is because there's nothing else surrounding the print, so it's able to absorb more light.
Yeah. There's not the shade of the spool panels.
Right. There's not a shade of the spool printing it. And I mean, and of course, if you wanted, I mean, I was going to show these with you later, but that can be adjusted in post or literally everything exactly the same lighting, same lighting adjustments in Lightroom, everything. There's no differences between these two photos. So like an example, like this is, Azure blue versus regular blue.
Oh, our regular blue is so dark. How about the dark blue then?
Dark blue is, let me find it. I know I took it. Where did I take it? Right there.
Oh, can you see some sparkle? Like, because the dark blue has a similar technology.
It has a little bit. You can see like right there.
Yeah. Oh, it's so amazing. I'm so excited.
And of course, this isn't. And I'm looking at what I see is super high res. And of course, what you guys seeing on stream isn't going to be as high resolution.
Yeah.
And I would also, I'll clean these up where you don't see any dust because I mean, obviously, dust and everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you take product photos. It's like dust that you don't see with the human eye. Like you don't see this in person, but taking these photos, I mean, look what you see. So I'll have to fix that after the fact, but that can be fixed.
The camera sees all. Yeah.
Camera sees all, and then there's and then like that's the green. The green I got for the spool photos today.
Oh yeah.
But
it's pretty amazing. I'm really excited, and I think we should leave it this. I don't think we should change anything. Oh, that's the steel gray, right?
Yeah, steel gray. That's my favorite color, poly light, right there. It's steel gray.
Yeah,
it's a good one. Yep.
That's my favorite color, hands down. And then there's like pink, there's yellow, and then like right there's the spool color.
Yeah.
There's the print.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty close.
I don't think it's too too
I
far off considering.
In any case, I think like we said at the beginning, I don't want my brain to affect anything. The setting were the same, so it's just like this, and then we'll just listen to user feedback.
Yeah, the setting is based off of the camera. So
yeah. I mean, I didn't know that part.
I get it. I
didn't know the limitation of each camera. Like
look at webcams, like this camera versus that camera versus like my handheld. They're all different colors. It's crazy.
I mean, because like this is an entry level high end camera for lack of better terms. It's a crop sensor, but I mean this is a A6000 right here. Whereas these spool photos were taken with a Sony A7 III, which is a little bit outdated at this point, but in all honesty, the A7 IV isn't worth the upgrade, in my opinion. I'm not spending, $2,500, $3,000 on something that really won't yield much different results than what you see right here. So,
no, that's amazing. And then
using what you got, and these are the raw photos, so these aren't edited. These are what you see. Like these are, this is what you'll get as the raw photos.
Yeah. And in any case, we just for people to know, we won't change the color anyway. The only thing we'll edit is most likely the background.
That's it.
We'll always keep the color as it is. We'll only modify, like I said at the beginning, if we receive many complaints. Then we will manually change the color.
I complain.
So we have 2 complaints, one for wine red, one for lemon yellow. So we'll just monitor these 2. If there is more and more complaint, then we'll just manually change the image. So yeah.
But and I'm a little I have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, for lack of better terms, because obviously these are my photos, and I'm a little they're personal, but at the same time
The
I do
photos
feel
are
like
great.
Yeah.
The photos are great. The colors, that's gonna be the debate.
Yeah, and I think that's a never-ending debate, no matter
Yeah.
because again, what you see is a red, what I see is a red on your monitor versus my monitor versus your eyes versus my eyes versus his eyes. They're all going to be different. So and that's where Nick, where it goes back to Nick said, it's all interpretation. There is no color.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, already look at what we're able to do already with this project. I mean, it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. Nick, do you have a calibrated monitor? I have no idea. I don't even know how to calibrate a monitor. I just have a
calibrated monitor.
Yeah, he has a MacBook. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I
what
just
it's
have-
called, but
Pretty decent in terms of displays, but
Yeah.
there's
it's probably-
a lot that goes into having calibrated monitor. The actual monitor itself has to be able to produce the right colors. So
Yeah.
I'm seeing colors that some people actually aren't seeing, which is kind of interesting.
my monitor's a little outdated, but I have an ultra wide Asus monitor. That at the time when I bought it 6 years ago, it was $1,500. Was 100% RGB accurate. The 2.2. I don't, all the specs. And I've even personally tried using color calibration tools such as the Spider and other things, and I found that they actually did not produce as good as what the stock monitor produced.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna buy monitors that are like pre-calibrated out of the factory. And
Yes,
then go from there.
Because I spent a ton of money, bought a calibration tool, did all the calibrations, adjusted, and I was never accurate and happy with
Ian Douglas. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in.
Welcome. Talking about
Thank you.
colors.
Yes, colors. What color is your favorite?
This is 3 different colors depending if I look at my phone or each of my 2 monitors. Yeah, me too. I mean, I have my Mac screen that I share the screen, and I have the monitor behind, and they're literally different colors. But it's okay. I do everything on my Mac. It's one of the newest one, and I just hope, I don't know how to calibrate, but I just hope it's good enough. And,
Neon brown.
So this Mamo Newton, thank you for joining from the raid, RC Maniac, and any of the 12 people that joined. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good stream. Ian Douglas, you came for 3D printing. You arrived with some colors, debate and science, but it's highly related. It's highly related.
Oh,
it is.
I have a good one for you.
What do you have?
Shout out Ian.
FPV, great. We're really growing our FPV community.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to having Daniel coming in our factory for the factory tour on the drone. That's going to be amazing.
Cool. I want to go to the factory tour. Hey, unrelated, I have all the lightweights printed.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, nice. Oh, that
Even
feels
the
nice. Try.
Oh, one dropped. I'm going to have to reprint 1 or 2 just because they're not to my spec. Just like this one, I probably can get it to focus, but this one had a little bit of under extrusion right through here. And these do require a little bit of cleanup just because it's lightweight. There's no way to not have some stringing. But overall, I'd say that, out of the gate, that's not, there's a lot of movement with this model. Yes, lightweight polywood is essentially the same as the polywood.
Yeah, lightweight PLA wood color. The only difference is the price point because lightweight PLA comes in bigger spool, so it's cheaper.
Yeah. But overall, I might reprint this one anyway. But overall, I still say they came out pretty solid. This is really good. I'm gonna try to zoom in. Forgive me if I'm super close up.
Yeah, no, they came out great, especially for lightweight PLA. I mean, it's not easy. I don't know if there is some RC plane people in the chat, but the lightweight PLA is not an easy material to print with.
No, and because essentially, and that's the thing where I found out that a lot of plane people, for lack of better terms, cheat, whereas they essentially start printing and they never move their nozzle again. So essentially, like it's essentially vase mode to get that smooth with no stringing. Whereas I had some, but I cleaned this up with a hair dryer and some toothbrush, and you don't see hardly any. There's no stringing. I mean, it's a clean print in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah, I do think there is a way to really play on the setting to get
Yeah.
it right. And by the way, if any of you has a bamboo and you want to print with lightweight, just Medic has a really good profile for it. So,
yeah, I
and
found it works pretty well.
we end up on the same topic as the beginning, but we'll work out a profile on ideomaker.io, a company profile. I mean, a company account, and then we'll get everything on there. It's really, really good. If you don't know ideomaker.io and you're looking for profile, go and have a look. Not that Race 3D is our neighbor here, but they have a good tool. I need more card paint and filament. I need a bamboo profile for the Polysmooth. Okay. Yeah.
I haven't used Polysmooth yet, but I need to.
The biggest issue of Polysmooth is heat creep. So I don't know how the bamboo handled the heat creep. I don't know how good.
I haven't. I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta
Well-
print more.
I mean, obviously, I mean, if you want to
this is my
send it,
Polysmooth
Nick,
show.
I mean, I can print it and we can photograph it, and I'll figure it out. I haven't
great.
used Polysmooth, but I can't foresee it being much different than anything harder than what I've already used.
Quick question for you. Which is the filament you can use with MMU? Is it Polydissolve or Polysupport?
Which one you can use?
Which
Both?
one you can run? You can run both. Okay.
Yeah, there's so MMU meaning because you're
Like
using
printing out of the same nozzle, not
yeah, so
individual
Poly
tool
support
heads.
will work better because Polydissolve will tend to degrade easily and maybe affect the other one. So I would say
Okay.
I would say both can work, but Poly support will be more reliable. That's what I would say.
Okay. Second question: when are you getting Polysupport back in?
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, we talked about that last time, right? The bamboo is the community that has literally
Yeah.
kill our stock. Like they bought everything.
I finally have my MMU set up, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted it, is so I could use support filament.
Yeah, I
let me check.
need some myself because I only have what Bamboo sent, which is
March
Yes.
20th. We have a really big shipment. March
that's
Okay.
cool.
March 20th.
Right.
So yeah, for people waiting for Poly support, March 20th.
What color is this?
That looks like is that a
That is not that's a titanium.
It is, but what
Titanium?
color is it?
purple and blue? I would say depending on there's a blue hue.
Purple blue,
But it's
depending on
purple
lighting.
in general. I would say purple with a blue reflection.
Purple with a blue reflection.
Like it's purple, but
Yeah.
the light makes it blue when the light comes straight at it.
Yes, I'm curious how you do that for like the hex code. Like, ooh.
Oh, I won't do. I think for or maybe I don't know.
Maybe like actually take the average. Take the both of them, like the really extremes, and then take the middle. That's a serious question though. Like if I
just do like the dual, I do the two extreme, and I just say, okay, so there is this color and this color
So-
depending on
Yeah.
how you see.
So to jump on that node, I thought about this earlier tonight when I was working on photos. I'm gonna have to take 2 photos of the dual silk,
that's true.
left and right.
Or you'll have to have it printed in such a way that it like
Well, not even the printed part, the spool itself.
Yeah,
spool.
that's what Matt did. I don't know if we.
I mean, that's obviously up to Nick, but obviously, if you want to show both colors, need to
I don't think actually, you know what? Those spools are very misleading. That's actually kind of an issue with the dual colors, because I mean, I was showing some of like this. Like what color is this? You can't actually tell because it's all kind of the same color.
So printed, I definitely agree that one
Printed,
photo would probably
It's so much different.
yeah, and that's where we're going to do a 360 video of the
Well, we
scientist.
Yeah.
already have the dual silk.
I know,
That was
yeah,
the
100%
project,
so.
the dual silk, and that was the first project we did with Medic, right? Because the
was.
dual silk was so hard to define, and we literally just printed
Yeah,
and
it like It depends
no,
on
the
which angle
spool-
you're looking at, the lighting.
But on the
Mm.
spool, it definitely, if you look at it from left to right, you see two different colors.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they're not these colors. They're not
No.
these colors.
No.
Yeah,
It's
but we'll
like
have
a lighter
The
version when you print it.
picture and the print picture. We'll have both, so
Yeah.
that people know how it looks on the spool and
Yeah.
how it looks printed.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think that's a good idea. Well, maybe we can add
Yeah.
this in.
It's not, I mean, it's not a big deal, but I figured, a photo this way for everyone that's watching. I'll do a photo of this side from Dual Silk and a photo from this side from Dual Silk.
Yeah. I think it's a
And
good
that
idea.
way you see both colors, and then you'll have then you can see a printed model of how it looks printed. So you can get
Right, the beluga.
all three version.
Yeah.
This
Especially
guy
some
here,
of
it's
the-
all
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Also
kind of
have
the same. Like the back, that's the light
Blue.
color, and then that's the dark color.
on the chrome.
Yeah.
Blue
I have a
and-
Caribbean print, but I can't show that print. But I have this one.
No, Beluga, I think is my favorite. I
Yeah,
like the.
But it's nice, but like, what color is this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will just give the hex code of the chrome and the blue,
Yeah,
and
But
then
it
that's
doesn't come out chrome. That's kind of the issue.
Yeah,
Is that
I
if you
know, but I will just say that's that's the spool how it is, and then I
That's
will just
technically how it is, yeah.
yeah,
that and
Or
stuff.
even, but to be fair, even if you didn't show hex codes on that,
and that's why I'm saying you probably don't need the like dual angle because I don't know. What do you think, chat? If the color that's actually on the spool isn't going to come out that color, is it worth going through the effort of showing the raw colors? It definitely looks good for marketing, but if
Yeah,
you
I
get
mean, I
something
think-
and it's marketed a specific way, and you get it and it looks different,
I think it's a good idea.
I think Subsector was even pretty something like I was not expecting it to be this color. Like we had to double check the spool. We were like really confused of why this was coming out a specific color.
Well, I mean, like this project, I think is good. I mean, we have very accurate picture of printed part. We even have a 360 of a printed part. I think
Yeah.
that shows really well.
and I'll fix those when I do the other ones too.
I think.
And also, Nick, I don't think I've told you, but I'm going to send those cars when I send all the scientists to you as well.
Oh, cool. For
Rocky Mount.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
I figured why not? I mean, you already have everything else. Why not have those as well?
Yeah. I really need to work on that shows. I haven't been working on.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Maybe just a warning or a notice: printed colors are paler than they appear on the spool. I'm not too sure, Super Caroline. I mean, we'll have that's the reason we'll have both. That's why we have with Medic we have two projects: the spool and the scientist, because then we have both, and then people can just make their decision. This is the printed part. This is the spool color, and then that's how it is. But I don't want to say, it's going to look like this or like this or like this.
And I'll share my camera. This is now some of them are missing, but these are 100, roughly 80% of the scientists that I've already printed. The only thing left is essentially the Polyterra line.
So you can see here, Super Caroline, that's all the PLA color. I mean, most of the PLA colors. So they can, and we will take the picture with the same lighting, the same everything, so people can really see.
Yeah, so, I took out the ones I needed, but this is essentially all the poly light line is right.
That's so cool, by the way.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
So I'm close.
This is why the filament swatch I use not only is a print, but has a spot to insert a piece of filament so you can see what the filament look like and what the print look like.
That's kind of a neat swatch. Yeah.
RC Maniac, is there a difference, like a major difference, or because
there's a difference. It depends on when you print off a silk really cold and it comes out kind of like a darker color, and then you print it hot and it comes out a nice light color. It's a little bit different.
Temperature change.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I just got that in. I gotta unbox that.
For the novelty colors, you probably best just to leave specific of the listing to discourage people expecting specifics. For novelty colors, you probably best to just leave specifics off the listing to discourage people expecting specifics. Oh, I do understand, Jack. There's a difference at time, especially filament that have texture. Oh, okay, yeah, the texture maybe, but I mean, scientifically, I still don't have an explanation why a filament would change color during the printing process. It can change the. Is that going to lime? Yeah,
No.
it should go to lime. Yeah, there you go.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's changing. I have that right here. Now this camera might not show it.
Yeah, there you go. Go to lime now. Yeah, we chose temperature that could be easily reached even with your body temperature. So it's
There you go. You can see
yeah,
right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool filament. Don't accent it.
My kids love it.
Well, I mean, if it changes color to the point where it melts, I think that's a different issue.
Yeah. Do you have one that goes red when hot?
That'd be cool.
We wanted to do that. We wanted to have a blue when it's cold and red when it's above a certain temperature, but we haven't found a way to do it yet. But that was
Oh,
obviously-
you didn't.
What?
You hurt Nick's you hurt Nick's soul.
I mean, really, do you know that it cost us more to have the resealable bag, and we haven't translated that into the price. So we put that on our margin. So when I see people, that's why when I see people doing that, I'm like, oh my god, we sacrifice a margin for nothing.
I wouldn't honestly, if I was, I wouldn't recommend doing it for standard colors. Just because
Yeah, there you go. These
I
three
mean,
colors.
for,
the most,
for PLA.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still a lot of people that really like the resealable bag. So I would just leave the murderer aside for now.
Yeah, I'm a
Question.
murderer when it comes to standard. Now, my higher, the stuff that did
Cool.
like lightweight and things that require that do absorb more moisture. Yeah. No question. I even have a straw. I suck out the moisture, the air inside of it, seal it
Right.
up.
I use bins because there's no way I'm putting everything in bags and having to take out.
I'm
bags
doing
from the
both.
back.
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah,
both.
you can
Yeah.
for the extremely hydroscopic stuff, of course.
Yeah.
I actually keep them in separate containers, like my nylons. I keep in these cereal boxes. I usually have desiccant too, but like just
That's why I also
separated with
bought
its
a
own dry environment.
Really, I bought a really high-end dryer to help with that as well. So
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm printing out some PA. Looks like I have a issue with it.
RC
I'm
Maniac, I
picking up
buy my own
PA6.
resealable bags. I can't leave my filament out. Well, if you buy Ponymaker, then it will come. Well, except if you kept poking the middle of the. It's supposed to be resealable.
So I guess that hurts his feelings. With
I keep the silver bags, the
None of them.
aluminum bags.
What did you say, Zombie?
I keep the aluminum ones for sure.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's something that I keep, and then I put the spool back in.
So, what's next in my topic list? So that was the watercolor Reddit post. Okay, so we are barely halfway through my notes. Reddit post.
Oh, we spent what 2 hours on that topic.
So let me check. What did I want to talk about with the Reddit post?
Part of an EVA duct in the 612. It did a layer shift, so I'll have to slow it down, but
The
that's
612?
printing pretty good. Yeah, I dried it for only 4 or 5 hours on that thing, and I'm printing it, and it's coming out pretty good.
Okay, cool. So what temperature?
300 on the
Okay.
the tungsten carbide.
Yeah. So if you can give some feedback on the goal we are reaching, that would be awesome. We're trying to make something that can perform at low temperature,
Okay.
perform as well as other more expensive nylon, and stay cost effective. So
Yeah, I could
that's
try
the
that.
goal.
So what temp are you aiming for?
250. 250, and it should still have a very good mechanical property, especially
Yeah, okay.
layer adhesion. So you can try. Okay, so what I want you to talk about next is this post, which was very interesting because I don't know if I reacted the proper way. So I want you to discuss a little bit about this. So hi everyone, I started using Polymaker Polytera filament lately, and for some odd reason it constantly warps. I'm printing on glass, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's the main post. But what I'm interested in this comment. So this comment from Print Everything said, Polymaker PLA has been garbage for me. The only way I can even get this stuff to print is to drop my first layer speed from 30 millimeter per second to 5 millimeter per second, which is very, very slow, right? I also have to increase my temperature to 250 degrees on the hot end and 70 on the bed, which is a hell a lot higher than any other brand of PLA I've ever printed. Which, of course, it's true, right? If you have to print a PLA at 250 on 70, except if you're printing really high speed, then I think something is wrong. I've tried many other brands and never had this many issues. I can throw most of my filament I want at my Ender 5 with minor adjustment. This stuff won't even stick to my Garolite. My only guess is the people who swear by this stuff and defend it are employees of Polymaker paid to lie. Or it only sticks to low-end stock build plate or similar. Try Hatchbox. It's close to the same price, but it will actually print. So I reacted by doing two things, which maybe one of them was wrong. And that's the feedback I want you to have from you guys. My first reaction was, we apologize for the bad experience. We do have over 10 different PLA formula. We hope you can give us another chance by trying maybe a typo, by trying a different formula which may suit you best. And then I linked to PLA Pro. Okay, that was my first reaction. My second reaction is, I found this pretty funny. My only guess is the people who swear by this stuff and defending it are employees of Polymaker paid to lie. So what I did is I screenshot that and I shared it on our account on here, and I said something like, what did I say already? Let me see. Okay, I said like that's a lot of employees to pay, right? Because I think it was a joke and it was pretty funny, but I share that's a lot of employees to pay. Okay, and it has obviously a lot of reaction because this type of thing is funny because we know it's not true, right? Well, hopefully hopefully he's not thinking it's true, but most likely not. And then someone else said, you apologize, then you troll them on Twitter, and that's the thing that I wanted to ask you guys. Do you think what I did is kind of, so I don't know exactly what troll means, but I guess it means something like you speak something in front of someone and you do something else in the back of someone, and that's rude, right?
Sort of. You're kind of you're taking what they said and they're kind of like playing with it, and you're they essentially are saying that you're making fun of them. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So you apologize, but then made fun of them in the after is what
Right.
they're saying.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
this guy can't print PLA Polytera. This guy. That's
Okay,
kind of
so-
what they're thinking.
Okay. So I mean, even if it means this, it's also bad, right? I obviously didn't want to make fun of the fact that he cannot print our PLA. I wanted to react to the fact that we pay everyone that says good things about Polymaker, which is what I highlighted, right? That's a lot of employees to pay, which I mean, even now I still think is funny.
Yeah, that's definitely not trolling. I wouldn't consider that.
And then
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
My answer was, we apologize and we'll refund the order because the product did not perform as expected. So that's why we apologize. And we shared the comment with our community because the part where we pay everyone to lie is funny. And then I tag Print Everything because I have nothing to hide. Print Everything definitely wrote this as a joke, knowing that it is, of course, impossible that we pay all users liking our products. And then Print Everything, the one that mentioned that we were garbage, probably why you can't make a decent roll of filament. You're too busy crying to your Twitter echo chamber. So I do feel like the fact that I shared it on Twitter was wrong. I mean, from his point of view, but I don't know if it's generally wrong because someone else was showing off something aggressive made with PM, blah, blah, blah. And then my answer was, it is true that defining our company as garbage is a little strong, but we will improve and we hope to provide a better experience in the future. We are always motivated to do better. Meanwhile, please make sure to reach out to us to refund this bad spool. We surely don't want to take money from anyone without providing a good product or service. And then it seems that doing that is a lack of professionalism, and they will still love Hatchbox, blah, blah, blah. I feel it's pretty unprofessional for them to post this on Twitter. So that's why I wanted to, get your idea on this. Do you think what I did was wrong? Do you think sharing this is wrong? Or, yeah, what do you think? I mean, I think that's the end, but we will continue working hard towards creating better and better materials. Spending less time on Twitter might help you to achieve that.
I think at that point, that's when you just kind of walk away, and they're not gonna change their mind on the
They're
topic.
not gonna engage with you professionally on a level standpoint.
Yeah.
So
if you were being a little more professional, you might have posted that and said, "Does anyone else have the same experience?" Or poking the community to try to get a resolution, because you did post it as a joke, like you were. That's the intention. So you were joking. Yeah, so you did take their comment and you used it for humor. So if I was the recipient of that, I would not feel super happy.
Okay, so it was kind of wrong, right? To screenshot there.
I think the comment itself is also, like you said, it's not completely correct. I feel like they should have edited some stuff in there, or they were a bit too harsh without really thinking. So it goes both ways.
Okay. So maybe next time I should try to stay a bit more professional and not share, because I do that a lot. Even some reviews on Amazon that I find funny, I will share it. But I don't know. I find it pretty funny.
I think it's one of those. Was it wrong? No. Could have been better. Yes. As far as the professional standpoint goes, like.
Yeah,
it wasn't wrong, but it could have been better from a professional standpoint. But I don't disagree with what you said either. Like, if he's going to poke fun, why can't you?
You diffused his anger with the refund, and he still wanted to stay mad. For the refund, and I don't know if he contacted us, by the way. But yeah, I don't know, and why I say that. It's quite the opposite. Like he say, I should spend less time on Twitter to make better materials. To be honest, we've never done as good materials since we started working with the community.
Yeah,
so it's quite
exactly. Again,
so that's why I say,
look how perfect this print is. Like, this does not get any better. It looks injection molded. Like, there's no layer lines. There's nothing. And yes, it's a little out of focus, but still, it's one of the nicest materials I've ever. Well, okay, I've only been printing for a year, but out of my year of printing, there's nothing cleaner than Polyterra. There's absolutely nothing.
Are we going to talk about injection molded?
Yeah, no, yeah. It's nice, and that's why I say, it's quite the opposite for us. I do believe that being active on Twitter, Discord, etc., help us making better materials. But I stayed open, right? I still say it is possible that multiple strategies can work, right? We can spend maybe less time on Twitter and more time in R&D. Maybe, I guess that's what he wants us to do. But anyway, I just felt like I felt like I did something wrong, and I think maybe next time I will try to do that. So I apologize if I didn't. The
situation is that the person's very negative. So for very negative situations, it's probably best to kind of diffuse that off, privately. But if it's more of a I don't know, like a casual statement or something, if a person read that, you have to think about this person. If you read it, would they be like, whatever, they posted it? Or would they be super upset that now their statement is that probably is slightly invalid, is being publicized?
Well, yeah, I guess maybe I think my mistake was I may have thought that he was not that negative. Maybe my thinking was he was very angry at that time, and now he's reading his comment again, and it's like, it's funny basically. So, but it looks like even 4 days after, then maybe he was still against our company because we provided him a bad experience, and the fact that I joke about his joke then didn't go for it. So that was a wrong interpretation of what he wrote. But anyway, I think I learned my lesson, and like I said, I apologize if I showed the wrong example. We talked a lot about community, how to react. I don't think my way of reacting was the best, and I will definitely do better. And it's great we have discussion on this, because I do this. I mean, I do share this type of thing, not a lot, but when I find it funny, I do share it. But maybe sometime I need to triple think, maybe it's funny, but will it still be funny for that particular person if I share it, etc., etc. So definitely more thinking to be put before doing this type of action. Sorry, I haven't been reading. Let me read a little bit some of your message, and I guess there will be some advice also. Next time, don't share the whole post, just copy paste the funny part. Yeah, that's a good advice. At least it doesn't make it personal for that person. Did I? Yeah, maybe another mistake is maybe I should have blurred out. Yeah, that's very good. That's a very good suggestion, Mark H. Maybe next time I will just, I will blur everything, and I will just put yeah, that's true. I should have thought about this. I should definitely have thought about this. Don't crop the username. Well, NSGO, I think I should. Because it's not against him. It's against, I mean, the joke is about, my only guess is the people who swear by this stuff defending our employees of Polymaker paid to lie. I don't care who wrote it. Don't worry, you're human after all. It's normal to react like that. Sometimes it doesn't take away your professionalism. I mean, definitely, I still think I'm a professional person, but I just want to improve. Right? I just want to make things better. Don't include it. Yeah, definitely, NSGO. If he had to cram the temperature way up, it must be PTG. It could have been. I usually, this type of comment, I don't look for helping troubleshooting. I just refound, because I don't think. I think it's gonna be even worse if I ask question like, "Have you tried this?" or blah blah. Then I think it's gonna be worse.
Because then you're insulting their knowledge of printing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just apologize and reform. Basically, that's usually what I do. I thought it was funny, but I'm just some guy on the internet. Next time, don't share the host post. Yeah, some company would have fired Nick for that. Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. 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 So that means it's very wrong, right? It's not like wrong. It's very.
It depends on how strict your company is, because you're kind of leading the whole social stuff. So, and that's the thing about Polymaker. Polymaker Social and how Polymaker Social seems to act is essentially revolved around you. So you're the
face,
the
personality behind Polymaker Social.
And that's also the reason why we're talking about this, because I want to show something right. I want to show something with the right values. Oh, who is? I think someone is doing vacuum. Or
my printer. My printer started. My printer started.
So loud.
Yeah. It starts out. It's a loud printer. It's not quiet.
Okay.
I'm thinking like an isolation chamber.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It'll quiet down once it gets going, but I just literally hit print right now. So
okay, got
that's
it.
why.
I think companies who are too serious don't stand out, and it's not a bad idea to make a joke, but maybe just hide the name of the part of the comment. Yeah. I think Super Caroline. I think that was the biggest mistake. Biggest mistake was to share the whole thing instead of just sharing the actual joke. You rarely please an angry customers. Oh, you would be surprised. Hi, Mr. Rick. I do deal with a lot of angry customers, and everything end up very fine. So you would be surprised. Popping in here late for all the backstories, but I try to reach out for this type of post and say we're sorry for your experience. We will DM you, etc. No need to engage in public bikering. Sounds like this guy wanted to drag out a long and visible pipe. Oh, where's 3D? Okay. Yeah, that could, yeah. So that's the thing that I thought I was doing wrong, is making the joke public. You know, maybe that was the wrong thing. Maybe I should just have just handled that in DM or something like this. But usually, customer service, I mean, usually I have nothing to hide. I mean, not usually, all the time. So whether it's public or not, but sometimes I may not think enough about the people in front. Maybe they regret what they posted or something like this. They don't want to make a whole thing, so they want to keep everything private. So yeah, that might be part of the mistake also. Okay. When you go to reply to those things, just think WWPD. What would Pezis do? WWPD? What does that mean?
What would Pezlis do?
Oh, what would okay. What would Pezis do? Yeah, what? Yeah, maybe Pezis is not here anymore. But what?
Send him a K2 clip.
What would she do? What would she do?
Zombie, you'll know. You know, I printed those 100+ K2 clips a while back on the deck.
Yep.
I'm out.
Make the deck?
I'm out.
You're out. Well, I bet you're out now, because did you expect to get that many spools? We made fun of you. We really did. We're like, okay, there's no way he's gonna need that many K2 clips. I guess it was.
I need more now. Like I'm literally.
Yeah.
I need another.
It was
100+.
It was like karma, right?
Yeah.
Like the fact that everyone made fun of you for printing that many. It kind of like, all right.
Just so everyone knows, I printed an entire bamboo bed, which was 120-ish or so of K2 clips at one time, and only one failed. So only one messed up out of the whole bed. So I had roughly 120 K2 clips. Just like I want to print something overnight, just let it print, let it go. It's on MakerDeck. What is MakerDeck? Go look it up. And I was like, you know what? Let's just print them. And I had a whole box, a little small box full. And now with everything going on with Polymaker, with these scientist projects and everything, I've used them all, and I'm out. Like I'm having to do spools like Polymaker intended, which is using the holes.
Yeah, okay. That's what I do for a lot of them.
Okay, so before going to the next topic, conclusion, the best. So West 3D recommend to not share anything, just handle this privately. I would say, I think it's okay to share the joke, but definitely hide everything that is not relevant. Whether it's what it's talking about, whether it's the name, hide everything else. I think we shouldn't restrict ourselves to make everything private. I think it's good to stay transparent, but I guess next time I would definitely hide everything, like what it's talking about and everything. Just focusing on that particular sentence, which was supposed to be the focus. So, okay, lesson learned. Definitely lesson learned about this. I mean, it's like one case and in a small thing, but I think that's where we learn, right?
Knowing you, this is definitely a far and few between type response. So, and the fact that you even brought it up,
it's pretty on character. It's just, I think it's the situation behind it.
Yeah, and the fact that you even brought it up shows character within itself.
Yeah.
Because how many of us would honestly go, you know, well, I did that, but I'm not going to tell anybody. Just hide it under the rug. Like more often than not, that's what people would do.
I mean, you know my thinking on ignoring things, right? I don't really believe in ignoring things, but anyway, so that was
people microwaving spools of filament. Don't microwave spools of filament. I don't recommend it. Do not send me results of what happens when you microwave filament. Don't do it.
I'm not supposed to microwave this?
No. Don't try to find out. Don't try to find out and post the result on Discord to check. Don't do that.
No.
How long? So 30 seconds, a minute?
Don't put it 30 seconds.
Not at all.
Don't do that.
Not even different intervals, different spools, and comparing them. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Definitely do not weigh them before and after. Don't do that.
Don't try carbon fiber because it's conductive. Don't try that to see how it would create sparkle. Don't do that. Okay, so Awesome. So thank you so much on that. It's really great to have advice on
Actually, yes, you can air fry it. That's a great idea. Do air fry your tools.
I think the important part is not that it's irrelevant, but it's personal identity. Yeah. Okay, great. And again, you know why I allow myself to share this type of joke? Is because I know our community is good enough. We wouldn't have such a good community. I would not do it because the response may have been not good. But fortunately, in our community, I allow to do that because we have a good community. We will never have anyone in our community that would, go angry against that person and make things worse, right? Which, if that starts, then I will definitely start to do less and less this type of sharing, because the response from the community wouldn't be good. Good night, Make a Viking. Okay, cool. Next one is Canada website. I was wondering why Paisley's put a lot of Canada flag. So yeah, Canada website. We have soft launch ca.polymaker.com. We don't want Nick fired. That have to see Liz there. Yeah, please don't get me fired. I love my job. Okay, so we soft launched this yesterday. CEO 3D HP. I'm still waiting for my check to hit my account for lying.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this stuff prints so good. Can you give me a check now? Please? Thank you.
Who is that was the joke, right? That's why I shared all of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people went into that joke, so I'm happy for that. So how many people are from Canada in the chat? Like, I know we have 92 people watching. Out of these 92, like, how many percent are Canadian?
Hey,
we have the Hello Kitty. Is that Hello Kitty? It's Hello Kitty, right?
This is have you seen the Pezlis model? This is Pezlis.
Oh, this is Pezlis. Okay.
Happy belated birthday to Pezlis, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was yesterday, right?
I think it was.
So we have Pezlis is from Canada, Freaking UFI, Iridium.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, they have a lot of people. That's
7, 8.
7. I'm from Canada, Shoris. But I dislike this country. Really?
So 10 or more?
Yeah, like around 10 people. So that's like more than 12%. So I'm happy to announce that after asking for a couple of months, I think I talked about the website Canada in September October last year, and it's finally out. And like I said at the beginning of the live stream, we worked really hard to get it as soon as possible because we had a fail launch, so we had to fix that issue very quickly. So that should be fixed. So free shipping for orders over 100 Canadian dollar. You can access Canada or the US here, and once we will have the official launch in Canada, you will be able to switch from Canada to in the US. You'll be able to switch as well. The gift card doesn't work. If you have a US gift card, it will not work in Canada, and if you have a Canada gift card, it will not work in the US. So they are really separate. And your US account will not work in Canada. Okay, so it's different websites. So if you, for some reason, live in both US and Canada, you will have to have 2 different accounts. So that's important. The coupon code will be created in both websites. It will work in both websites. So if we have, it's a long time I didn't do a 50 off coupon. If the next time, I need to find an opportunity to do that. If we have a 50% off coupon, it will now work in both US and Canada because I will manually create it on both websites. The stock is not resolved yet. It's slowly being resolved, right? But the good thing is, instead of going on Amazon and paying the trader price, which is like amazingly expensive, you can go on our website and have a very clear view of what colors are available at our price.
That. Oh, okay. Amazon is so bad for combining different sellers. It looks like everything's in stock and everything's all perfect. It's each one and see.
Exactly. So here you can see exactly very easily all the colors that are in stock. I mean, it's not too bad. Well, you have more than half that is out of stock, but it will get better over time. Like
Can't send my
already
board.
right now we are receiving. Actually, if you go dual silk, I don't know if you knew for the Canada people, but most of the dual silk are in stock. Well, it looks like Paisley's went through there, but we have all the stock. Just the Sunset is out of stock at the moment. So if we go a little bit, the PLA Plus, this is the stock, black and white. There is no cosplay. For the regular Polylight PLA, there is the dark blue that is in stock. Very, very nice color. We just reviewed that today with Medic on. He showed the material sciences. Very, very good color. The beige is here as well. The cream, sorry. Let's see. In terms of the silk, you do have the pink that is in stock, the yellow, the green, the blue, the orange. Orange is beautiful. It's a really, really beautiful orange.
The poor ASA.
The what?
Done. Oh, ASA.
Oh, is there some ASA? Black and white. Black and white
okay.
ASA.
I think it was ABS maybe.
ABS, only black. Is there any Galaxy? No Galaxy at the moment. You do have temperature changing, by the way. If you want temperature changing, there is temperature changing.
It's cool. Try it.
Someone did mention in the Discord that they really, 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 really need silk chrome in Canada as like yesterday.
Okay. Oh, by the way, if anyone is using our material for business purposes and we are running out of stock and it affects your business, please open a ticket. I did that for a couple of people already. My goal is I want to make sure that our out of stock issue doesn't affect your business. So
I'll ping that person in Discord.
Yeah.
To make sure that he knows to do that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right now.
The nice thing about the store is that it's tested before all the stock comes in. So now that you know that it works, as the stock starts trickling in, you can just go ahead and buy it.
Yeah. This is really annoying. Polymaker opens a Canada store and it not in stock. This is really annoying. Well, we could have waited the stock to open it, but I think that there is some. I mean, the metallic gold, for example, PLA Pro might be very interesting for some people. In Polyterra PLA, we still have black, white, blue, red, green. I mean, the main primary colors that are in stock. So I do think, Freaky Newfi, I do think it is a good idea to open the store right now instead of waiting for the stock. I understand how annoying it is to not have everything in stock. I understand that, but it's coming. It's coming, and hopefully there is at least a few filament that you can already get. That's why I'm going through them and checking what's in stock and what's not in stock. It's a great idea to open now. I do think so, Kevin. I do think it's better to open now. And like Zombie said, it's kind of a soft launch, so at least we can fix any issue that could have appeared. Right now, the primarily how do you say that? The primary feedback that we have received so far is very positive. We don't have the glitches that we had before. We don't have the inventory change issue. We don't have the IP address issue. So everything should be very smooth right now. Sioris, I was surprised that the spool that I ordered today on the Canadian website were shipped by Amazon. It's all FBA. Same as the US. It's all FBA, Sioris. Oh, Chris. So wait, the filament is now available in French too? Yeah, so it's a different formula. We added a little bit of baguette inside. Not joking.
Oui.
So, yeah, and by the way, talking about French, I am working already on the translation, the French translation, and I'm planning a French live stream. So I will clearly mention it so that people that don't speak French, they don't need to come. But I'm planning a French live stream with our French partners and hopefully some Quebec partners as well, just to for the launch of the French website. For some reason, we do have a lot of French users, whether it's in France or in Canada. It won't be very useful for the French in France, because Shopify doesn't work there. But anyway, that's Poulet Maker. Baguette filament, yeah. I don't know
Parlez-vous français?
how does the US see the French people? Because I know the baguette stuff, but
That's a loaded question.
Like what's the stereotype? What's the French stereotype for US people? Like romantic and this type of thing?
I don't know. I mean, I like.
Can't say there really is
I like
one here.
people. I actually like people. I argue. I joke and say like, "Oh, Canadians, so many Canadians." I like, but like,
because
a
I know
lot of them are really nice.
The stereotype for Canadian is they're super nice. Like they never say anything.
There's like two spectrums. It seems there's like the overly like kind of like rude, and like they're really nice, and I think that's a stereotype.
Okay, depends
I'm
on
French
whether
Canadian. Yes, I'm 100% French, but I speak zero French.
You are. Yeah, we are rude here. Not gonna lie, I tried not to be though. Oh, so the Canadian are viewed rude by the Americans. That's what you're saying.
But the Canadians view the Americans extremely rude. It's like
Oh.
everyone views everyone rude. It's
Okay. Quebecois are
Wait.
not as nice.
Tim's has pizza.
Tim's Horton Pizza yet?
I want pizza.
Is it filled with fruit explosion?
Tim Horton is the bagel thing, right? Like the
It's Canadian Dunkin' Donuts,
donuts.
but
donuts, yeah.
actually good.
There's a lot of
I said that, yeah.
a lot of stereotypes, most as hilarious. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like, what are the stereotypes about French people from American point of view? Totally aware of that. The French are cool with me. I mean, it's just stereotype, right? But it's funny. Anyway, so okay, that's for the Canada website. So again, if there is any issue, any glitch, anything, just let me know on Discord, and I will work on it. The Polylite PLA was not updated yet because we copy paste the US website before I did all the work with Medic. So that's why it's still the old picture on the Polylite PLA.
I was wondering
website.
if it was over there or not.
Yeah, but I will update all the hex code, or I will update everything. The issue with the new solution we have found is now we have two websites. So whatever I do on one website, I need to do it again on the other website.
But that's copy and paste again.
Yeah. Tim Horton is terrible, especially since Burger King bought them. Blah, blah. Oh, I didn't know he belonged to Burger King.
Hey,
Will you be importing the giveaway coupon codes from the previous CA website? Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Did I send some giveaway coupon before that? Yeah, I did. Yeah, if you have still not used, let me think. Yeah, that's a good question. It should be, but I will double check that. Yeah, but Jack. And by the way, all the Canada winner that didn't receive anything since the Canada has stopped will receive. I will try to send that today or tomorrow. Now that the website is live, I will send out all the coupons. I think we have 20 something winners from Canada that has been waiting for 2 weeks and a half. So I will send everything.
Speaking of winners, I think it's that time of night.
I was getting ready to segue into that too. Time to give away.
The USA still owes French an apology for the disgusting behavior towards French when they opposed the invasion of Iraq. Okay, so let me. Where did I put my giveaway? Did I start the giveaway?
Yeah, it's live.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, great. So don't forget to be awesome, except Zombie, he's epic. But for all the rest,
ooh, he said how much use I can join.
So great. We have 86 people watching, 87, so we should be good to go. Oh, 89.
I'd wait a second. Chat's chat spamming on.
Woo! Stone Monkey Research, thank you for being awesome. Disturb Medic, thank you for being awesome.
I'd give mine away if I won, but
We just re-roll.
I've been waiting for a long time for the spool I want. Freaking Ufi. You just said you're from Canada, right? Yeah. Let me try to do that today. I will send all the coupon code. Actually, the coupon code has been such a great idea. It's so easy now to handle all the giveaways, and people are very happy because they get actually more than one spool. Okay, great. So we're gonna. How can we have 95, 96? Okay, shall we go to the 100 before I draw? Is there any more awesome people hiding there? Thank you, Stephen Poole, for being awesome. Builders Mark, thank you for being awesome. I've been way too lucky. Still have a couple to come, so I won't enter. That's funny when people say they receive so many spools that now they don't want to enter anymore.
What was that, like 6 or 7 rolls of someone today they got at one time?
Oh yeah, Sebastian. Sebastian
Yeah,
just
Sebastian,
received,
yeah.
I think 4 months worth of giveaway.
Did I ever win a Polymaker spool? I don't think I did.
Okay. Well,
I did.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
Have I? I won it on your stream a couple times. I think as I was streaming, I entered and I won.
Okay, so I think we're locked at 96. So let's go draw in 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, and draw. Is that gonna be a Canadian people?
Maybe.
Is that gonna be a Canadian? There is a 10% chance. Kevin Tucker, are you from Canada, Kevin Tucker?
That's a YouTube
Are you
win.
still here?
Yeah, from YouTube. I haven't won, but I've gotten my share of half off. Yeah,
That is
it's kind of winning a little bit, right? When you get access to that 50% off coupon, it's kind of a win as well, a little bit. I'm still waiting on email from 3 weeks ago. Okay, yeah, it's slowly solving. I would love a follow up on an order too. I already posted a ticket on Discord for a Summit time sensitive project. Okay. Let me look at it. I will try to clear that. I've been clearing ticket a bit better.
I know.
than you.
I wake up and all the tickets are red and have message and like, oh yes, he's gone through and
Yeah.
entered them.
This is zombies. How do you call that?
Oh, I have a name now.
A witness of how efficient I am. So it's improving a little bit. Okay, Tevin Tucker is here.
Yeah.
From the US. Okay. Shall we draw again until we have a Canada, or this should be Canadian only? Do another nick for your soft launch. Yeah, but there's
at
only
least another.
how many am I going to draw until we get Canada?
Yeah, let's go for it.
At least one more.
A free one is cool. One more. Okay. I put load up on boots. Okay, so I will draw one more. If that person is from Canada, I draw 2 more. Okay, let's go. Let's draw. Let's see. If that person is from Canada, then we draw 2 more. You stop sweating so much from that. Or Canadian only enter. 3DHP. Oh, I think he left already, and he is not from Canada.
Let's note that this is 2 YouTube wins back to back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. How many
Scary.
people we have on YouTube? I don't know how's the breakdown on YouTube because Twitch was always the biggest one, but I don't know on Twitch. So yeah, I think Jerry went to sleep. I think because I saw he say bye.
Is he not a partner? I thought he was.
Oh, is he dual entering?
I don't know, but anyway, I don't think he's here anymore because I saw his message. So I will draw again. So hopefully Canada. Let's try again. Thank you for being awesome, Veronica. I can't even today. 15 people here on YouTube. Okay, so still much more on Twitch. Dragger AZ. Are you from Canada?
The great state of Arizona, Canada.
I guess not.
Oh, if AZ means Arizona, then most likely not from Canada.
Okay, what's with all the Arizona people with an AZ on their name? I'm just curious. Like, no other state that I know of
They're proud.
like promotes himself besides Arizona.
Here.
Well,
He's
yeah,
here.
Mark from NC. You know, he's
Okay,
proud.
Mark can see.
I mean, I'm from North Carolina, but he won't respond to where he's at.
Okay, all right, you win.
So where are you from,
Any?
Dragger AZ? Are you from
Any.
Canada or are you from, Arizona? What does the AZ stand for? I use it for Nebraska. Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. So unfortunately, we are not going to do more draw because he is also from the US. And actually, if if you go on our Discord and you do stats, actually you can see where people come from. By the way, don't forget the about you. I see some people that didn't do the about you. I think
Sometimes I
it's
manually fill in some of the data.
yeah, it's really nice to understand about people when there is some new people, like let's go into the welcome, and then some new people, like, well, maybe not Doom Creek, not like this one, then I can see, well, he didn't do everything, but he's from Pakistan, for example, and figurines, Death Racer, and cosplay, and he has a custom printer. You can learn so much just with these few things about the person. I mean, when it comes to 3D printing. And so off topic. So you can see we have 160 users from United States, and the second one is Canada, and then Germany, then UK, then Australia, Netherlands, etc. And if you go at the very end, you're going to notice there's someone from Wallis and Futuna. Yeah, French island. I was
Wow.
surprised that they have that that actual island was listed on this bot. So I just took advantage of it. Okay, great. So that was for the giveaway. So let me go to my OneNote. Let me go to my note. Bamboo sponsor video. Yeah, let's not do that today. Because
No.
Was that the video that I reviewed yesterday?
I don't know. Someone shared. There was some discussion about a sponsored video that, and the guy said, "I wish he was not sponsored" or something like this.
Yeah, that's the one that I
Yeah.
reacted to yesterday in my stream.
Okay, is it interesting? Oh, not so
Not
much.
really. No.
Okay, then I will do-
TLDR, it's like a completely like scripted, kind of like monotonic, kind of boring. No, like it's very off character. Like it's very
Yeah, it's not in their
clear
in
that
their
it's
wheelhouse
scripted.
of things.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. Yeah, then it's okay. We're not gonna
Yeah.
watch it. So you said you wanted to say about Cocoa Press?
Oh yeah. Let me pull it up.
Download the full version of OneNote from your Microsoft, and you love it. Yeah, Sideline Review. I love. My main Microsoft tools is Team, PPT, Excel, and OneNote, and Power BI, of course. Power BI top one.
Maybe if I did a Twitter post.
I use as little Microsoft as possible.
Really? You because you don't have a good experience with Microsoft, or because
I
you
just
have
don't
to
like
pay?
Microsoft in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what our.
And I run a Windows PC, but I use as little as possible.
Okay. Yeah. So what did you want to say about Cocoa Press, Zombie?
I don't know if she made a post on it, but they're releasing the printer, the chocolate printer, so you can now
Oh, you can buy it
reserve
now?
it. Yeah, you can start reserving it. And
Oh,
one
it's
of the
cool.
notable things about this is no Kickstarter campaign, just straight development behind the scenes to launch. A lot of people they just kind of not abused the Kickstarter method. Like, Bamboo used Kickstarter for advertising. They already had funding behind the scenes, but they still use it as like publicity.
Pre-order,
So,
yeah.
It's kind of cool that a really niche product can go into development.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a freaking amazing printer.
How much is DIY kit start at $1,500, while professional package starts at $4,000. Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, we
you
need a
only-
mod.
You only need to deposit 100, so it's not even a pre-order. You only need 100 to reserve a printer.
Yep.
That's cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
That would be really fun to mess around with. Imagine that, like a chocolate
so-
printer.
Oh, that's cool. Blah blah blah.
And they're one of the main sponsors at the Rockman Rep Fest as well. So you get
oh
to
yeah,
see
there will be. Yeah,
all
there
that.
will be. You think so, Mad Cat USA? I don't think it's expensive.
So for a 3D printed
Chocolate,
like
I mean,
chocolate.
yeah, I mean, what does expensive mean, right? Like, is there any other chocolate printer on the market that we can compare
Not
to?
like this, no. That's why it's pretty impressive. It's not just chocolate print, it's a fast chocolate printer. It's essentially a V0 on steroids.
Not as expensive when you consider what it does and it costs. and the cost it was. Ellie has done an amazing job. Yeah, I mean it's really. I mean, it looks like something very. It looks like a product. I don't know how to say, but it looks so cool. It's not like, because I've seen chocolate printer in the past at Formnex,
It looks
and
refined.
it's like a
it's refined.
DIY stuff, right? It looks like DIY, but this looks like an actual printer, an actual product. Looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to eat chocolate at Rocky Murph. Chocolate bound only by your creativity, allow personalized, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, do they have question? Do they have colors? Because I know the
Color
chocolate,
chocolate.
can come in different colors,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if they're releasing. I think they're coming or releasing like cartridges or something. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not buying one of these, so I haven't looked too much into it. But
How much would be a cartridge? Like you invest 1,500, let's say, for the kit, and then
think
how
it's
much would be each cartridge? That would
I
be
think it's like 70.
$70 for a cartridge.
I don't know. I don't know how much that has in it either. So it's all relative.
Proprietary chocolate. Well, I don't know for the chocolate itself, but definitely the way it's packaged and like as a cartridge, then I guess yes, you have to buy this chocolate.
Yeah, it's proprietary. I mean, you could probably get third party eventually. That'd be cool. When a manufacturer makes something that's third party to your product, you know you've hit it big.
Will Ponymaker make chocolate? I wish we would, because I would literally put my mouse at the end of the extruder. I love chocolate, but no, I mean, of course. Nick, Jerry's here. You just won.
That's funny.
Who was your winner? I was in the restroom. Did I respond too late? Sorry, because you said you were gone, so that's why I didn't wait a huge amount of time. But yeah, you were the winner. You were the winner. But don't worry, there's plenty of opportunity to win Ponymaker Spool.
Yes.
You can make up the cost with a single sale to an hotel for custom chocolate on your pillow. Yeah, I mean, Kevin, that's a very good way to put it. How to define whether the price. Can you imagine
that?
Yeah, investing in that printer and sell custom chocolate part. I mean,
well, that's the point. That's the point of it, right? Is to have customized chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, that's a very, very good point. You can start a business with this, and this 1,500 will suddenly look very cheap. I mean, if your business is successful, you'll definitely invest in a print farm of this, right? I mean, you know, all the people that make this cake and they need to add some stuff on it in chocolate. Can you imagine how easy it is now?
Oh my God. That's
Cakes.
Actually not a terrible idea. Partner with a bakery who knows nothing about 3D printing and say, hey, look what I can make for you. I can make custom chocolate pieces.
Well, and then there's like Airbnbs. So Airbnb, bed and breakfast type things.
Yeah.
Add that little extra touch.
Yeah,
like, you know, honeymoon getaways.
Okay, now I kind of want one.
Yeah,
I mean, chocolate printing.
I think the customer segment, I think, is really B2B. I think this printer is meant for you to make a business out of it. I guess because I mean, like what, you know, would you really spend some time designing something and printing something if you eat it like straight off the printer?
Yeah.
You know, maybe not.
No, this is not for. Same thing with a lot of 3D printers. I mean, it's fun to build them, but they are theoretically used for like selling stuff. Besides, unless you hobby use it, but
this is not for your kids' chocolate. You need to charge commission. You need to charge admission now. Good. Sorry, Chewy, I didn't understand the joke. I deal with architects a lot. They party with a nice scale building model. Imagine that building is done in chocolate. Yeah, I mean, there's so many use cases that I can see that printer being used. And certainly that price point, to be honest, I think it goes now in the cheap side to rather than the expensive side.
The DIY kit's probably not going to be what you want if you're doing a business.
Yeah.
But still be fun.
Business tip in chat, giving out the ideas. Oh. Their
it's
FAQ
not
says
business
that
stream.
template is easy to use, but the printer is not locked down and they don't stop you from using your own. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, cool. So let me go next on my. So that's what you wanted to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty
that's
cool
pretty
news.
cool. So Cocoa Press now available for pre-orders, for reserve. You don't even need to put the amounts down. You just need to deposit $100. So that's pretty cool. Next one, sub 1 kg spool. Actually, are we going to have time to do any review today?
Oh, this review the review today? You reviewed a review on Reddit. There we go.
Yeah.
you're-
Okay.
Alright.
Well, you did the Trustpilot and you did the Reddit.
Yeah. What is this? I don't recognize this spool at all. It's from who?
I have no idea. It came with a Kaiwu. It's like I think it's a 250. It's probably a 250 spool.
That's terrible.
So, the topic about these 250 spools is, I think I made a Twitter post, a poll that we can check. I didn't see the result yet. So if we go on my profile, then we'll go. Okay, here. Whoa! It's a 50-50. 600 votes, 50-50. Final result.
You got 600 votes
Okay,
on that?
so
Oh my god.
it's definitely a good topic, open to debate. So the topic is what? The idea is, do you think it's better to have all materials that come in 1 kg or plus, like 3 kg, 5 kg, etc., whatever the price? So you would have, for example, we have the PA12CF, which is the extreme, is $80 for 500 grams. So it would be $160 for 1 kg of PA12. So the idea is we don't care about the price. What we always release a 1 kg spool, and then the price will be what it is, right? Or there should be a sub 1 kg option for higher price material. So if we do have a PA12CF, for example, then we offer it in a lower, lighter spool so that the price is more reasonable. Another example is our Polymax PLA. It's a PLA, right? And it's $29.99. So it's affordable PLA. But because it is a 750 gram, it's not a 1 kg. If it would be 1 kg, it would be what? A $40 or $45, a $45 PLA. So the idea behind this question is, do you think it's a good idea when the price is too high to make a sub 1 kg option? And you can see that, it's 50-50. Like, for example, at the moment, I think the answer for most companies is yes. Most company that sells PEEK or carbon fiber, they rarely come on 1 kg. They usually come on sub 1 kg spool. Yeah, 3DX Tech, for example. That's a good example. So, yeah, but apparently the community, or like the users, half of them may not agree with that. But I mean, we have to read the comment, right? Because if you really present them with $160 spool for an island, will they really buy it? Will the people that answer these really buy that? That's the actual question, right?
I bet that majority will say, even though they say that, no, they won't actually buy it.
Yeah, because maybe most of them are only thinking about PLA in their mind, and even if there is, like, for example, Protopasta, I think, is known for having higher price when it comes to PLA. What's their spool size? Is that a 612? Oh, is he frozen or it's me?
He froze.
He froze, right? Okay, let's wait. Okay, perfect frame.
So he can
admire the 612. Okay, so let's share the Protopasta. What's the Protopasta size? Is that 1 kg?
It depends on the material. It can be anywhere from 250, 250, or
so the HTPLA, for example. This HTPLA, small rolls are nice to test different colors. Sell it by the meter. Yeah, Zombie, I think you dropped. Oh, okay, now he's back.
Yeah, that's weird.
So let's say size. Oh, they have both 500 and 1 kg.
And even
Yeah.
a 50-kilogram test.
This looks like a winner.
What
the
was the printing temperature?
250 with the Undertaker.
Okay, well, how's the layer adhesion? Like if you crimple a little bit, like if you...
Let's see.
And what filament is that, Zombie?
Oh, that's
612.
good. That is good. This is like a thin single wall duct for the printer.
And what filament?
I'm putting a little
612.
bit of force on it.
612? Okay.
Wow, that is...
Okay, so
that's
layer
too
adhesion
good.
is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the goal of that. So that's how we formulate it, but we want more feedback.
Wow.
I
Yeah, that's
wanna
good
print
stuff.
some of that.
Hmm.
Go buy that,
I
right?
want
Okay, you
to.
can't
I want
buy
to
it
start
right now.
testing the engineering stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we
You can print that on regular printer. You can print that on like a regular, like as long as you have a... I would
Good
probably
night,
print it using a tungsten carbide. Have a good night.
Drag
Night, Jagger.
Easy. Don't forget to reach out to me for your
Huh.
sport. The two winner playing contact.
All right.
So I know you
Yeah.
broke up. You said that was a 612 Zombie.
Yeah, this is the 612. I unboxed it today. It was drying for about 5 hours, and I actively dried it. The first,
What'd you dry it at, temperature wise?
max setting on the eBoss, probably around the 60, 70 C.
Okay.
But I extruded a little bit. It smoked a lot at first, but then it went away. That I just printed this.
Okay, cool.
But
So-
I wouldn't be able to access stuff like this if it was a larger spool. That's the issue.
Hmm.
So making engineering filaments and stuff more accessible, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so let's read a little bit some of people's comment on that.
Yeah.
Sophie Diawa. Yeah. So I saw a lot of comments that says both. Maybe one thing to keep in mind is it's expensive for us to make so many different sizes, right? So I mean, having a 500 and a 1 kg, I think it doesn't make more sense for us. That's the reason why we have a 500 for PS6CF and a 2 kg. We don't have 1 kg because there's no much difference between 500 and 1 kg. Not enough. So yeah, like for example, I love it when you can select 500, 750, 1 kg, 2 kg, 5 kg. I mean, that's really expensive for us to do this.
That's a lot of options.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people has answered that. We want both, but the idea was if you had to choose, right? Because it's very expensive to make everything. Well, your spools of lightweight PLA are only 800 gram. Was that a spool size or sold by lens consideration? So that's another great comment. Why our lightweight PLA comes in 800 gram spool instead of 1 kg?
I know the answer.
Because we can only fit 800 gram on a supposedly 1 kg spool, right? That's why it's filled up to the brim, right? Because that's as much as we can put on the spool. So it's considered as a 1 kg spool for pretty much
full.
Yeah, for pretty much all the material except lightweight. We can only put 800 gram on that supposedly 1 kg spool. So that's the reason why. So that brings it to exactly. So you see the lightweight that Medic has is filled to the brim because it's as much as we can put. And that brings it to another topic, which is, what do you think is the best way, the best unit for filament? Do you think is weight? Do you think is length? Or do you think is volume? And to give it a little bit more background, Stratasys, who is the first one, right, has always been using volume, has never used weight, right? They were always selling by volume. That's why their spool is 1,250 cc or something like this, right? So, which for me, scientifically, I don't know. What's Zombie? What's your take on this? Weight, length, or volume? What are the pros and cons?
Well, the density of filaments are usually pretty similar. They're usually pretty similar, but they do vary. So
because what I understand is like this: you can print if you have let's say 10 meter of filament, you can print the same model whatever the material if you have
Right.
10 meter of that
the slicer
filament.
goes by feet, and then it does a calculation for
But if you have
usage.
50 grams of two different filament, you may not be able to finish the print with one of the filament. Does that make sense? So from a weight perspective, so from that perspective, length or volume, because for me length and volume are the same, whether it's length or volume. So let's say between length and weight, I think length, the advantage of length is it can define, the printer will be able to print whatever you want, whatever the material, for the same length. But when it comes to cost, the weight is more important, because it's the weight of the material that costs, right? Like you buy raw materials by weight. You don't buy it by length or volume, right? We buy our additive, our pallets, we buy it by the weight. So that's why the cost calculation is weight based. So that's why it's weight instead of length. So length makes it a bit closer to what 3D printing actually is, but the weight make it closer to the how filament is as a product. Like the price of raw materials is by the weight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Easiest to measure and track weight as you use the spools or pull a partially used spools of the shell. Yeah, another advantage of weight is you can know how much you have left on the spool. But the length, well, there's no particular way. I mean, you can back calculate from the weight and the density. Anyway, so I didn't saw the time. It's been 3 hours and a half already. So I think we're gonna stop there. There's a couple of more topics, but I think we're gonna stop there. It's getting very. Oh, by the way, when do you guys change the time? Because then I will have to do my stream at 9 instead of 10.
Oh yeah.
Next weekend, I think.
Already?
Next weekend?
I think. Let me double check.
Do we lose an hour or gain an hour? I forget.
We lose an hour because we spring forward.
That's always so.
Mr. Rick, what's the tar weight of the carbon spool? It's written on the spool. Just take the spool and
March. So March 12th.
March 12th or this weekend then? Okay.
Yeah, so this coming that weekend we
okay.
changed.
So Printbuster will be at the same time, and starting from next week, I have to stream 1 hour earlier. Okay, got it. Okay.
And of course, because it's spring, we spring forward, so we lose an hour.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I know I stream at 9 before, and I changed to 10, so I will go back to 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
I guess some news on my end. I got the last pieces for my Death Racer.
Oh.
So those are the only thing I ordered from AliExpress are the gearboxes, and those just came in.
I wish I was going to Rocky Mount. I really wish I could go.
Yeah.
What is your color theme for your Death Racer?
I'm waiting to see what comes in the mail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you again, Medic and Zombie, for joining the stream. It will be 9 a.m. stream for you again. Yeah, Chewy, exactly. It will be 9 a.m., which will be 9 p.m. East Coast. It's much easier because I just reverse swap AM and PM, but easier all the time. Oh, it's just going to be black and white?
Look at you. TPU.
This is for the tracks.
Oh, the TPU. That's the TPU. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So I wanted the tracks to be black and white, and I'll see what color. But definitely not black. And maybe teal. Maybe that teal might look good.
Yeah.
I want the teal.
Review. We stay the same time, but have to keep track of everyone else. We have the same time. Yeah. I mean, because we don't change here, so I have to keep track of the other country time, and then I stream at the same time for you guys.
Yeah, I like it when it's exactly the same time, but 12 hours. It's really easy.
Yeah, it's much easier.
I'll have to adjust because I've gotten so used to talking to Nick with a 13-hour difference. So
Yeah.
I'll have to
Oh, I
adjust.
get more time to talk to you. That's right. Usually, like when I have a message, you're offline an hour later, so I have an extra
Yeah.
hour of potential contact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
For sure.
Okay, great. And yeah, I guess I will start to work on Rocky Murph. I need to buy the tickets and all the stuff. So
Yeah.
and organize the booth. I still don't know how the booth is gonna look like.
Yeah.
Mark H, July, most likely July. I will try to find a home in April after Rapid Show. There is Rocky Murph 3 days after. I think there is Rapid Show, and then I will spend 1 week visiting houses and find something for July. Cool. Awesome. Thanks again, Zombie Medic. And let's try to find someone. Can we YouTube raid this time? I always dream to YouTube raid, but there's nobody. No, still nobody. Okay, then we'll just go on Twitch. Let's find someone. You were just starting the meeting when time changed. Have a good night, non-fan. Who do we have here? Oh, Chris. Chris is there. Oh, is he live or is it the arcade?
We have Mighty Bean is on. Actually, not following Mighty Bean.
Oh, he's live. He's live.
Sure.
Let me copy paste there. Yeah, for people that don't know the arcade and like video game, I think you're going to really like the arcade. I like the idea of the arcade. Actually, I'm not a big video game guy, but I like watching. Like I watch a lot of. Do you guys know Age of Empire? The game Age of Empire.
Haven't played
Age of
it.
Empire, yeah.
Yeah, I watch a lot of professional game on YouTube for. I like strategical game like this. So, but anyway, so talk on Discord, Destino call. Unfortunately, I have a meeting in 20 minutes, and I have to prepare for it. That's the main reason why I finished the stream earlier. But oh wait, I don't even know who. I don't know how to. Dismiss view all. Oh, okay, there you go. Let me cancel this one. Sorry. I messed up. Okay, there you go. So yeah, thank you everyone. And then I will see you. I know Market. I so because there was a shout out at the same time, and I.
Oh yeah. Say Mighty Bean is doing 3D printing stuff. In case people
So
want to check that out.
Oh, what which one?
Mighty Bean?
I don't know. Okay,
Ginger.
I will check. So yeah, thank you for the fifth time. Thank you everyone, and then I will see you on Thursday. Thanks again.
Bye.